Right. What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Goosies. I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not. No, that's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me.
Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it. Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit her with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still in the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a motor. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You don't know what is a star? Like under the city, the driver's side floor. Gucci get large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with viewing for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wondering what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Oh, man. What's the quibble about, Tommy? What's the quibble about when you got Messi, dude?
Dude,
Yeah.
let me explain something to you. First of all, I don't know if you called me being a cheap bastard, but I watched it in Spanish.
I don't call you cheap. A lot of people did.
And I got to tell you, very exciting, even though I couldn't understand the damn word they were saying. You know what I didn't understand? Messi! Go! I understood that.
Damn, that was good, Leroy. You got a future.
That was good.
You know, it was great on the CBS call, which by the way, I couldn't find it either because I didn't know it was on Paramount Plus. So it took me till halftime. So I watched the first half in Spanish too. But then I was delighted because the dude who was doing the game on CBS, Golazo, he sounded like the Scottish narrator from Love Island. And let me just tell you something. You'll want to make a soccer match really great. You put a Scot on there. He was a delight.
You got to stop with this.
No, dude, it was great.
Hey, to be honest, when they do the Open Championship, the Brits.
It's an unfair advantage. It's an unfair.
Right.
But there's something even with a Scotsman, it's like even thicker. So like I don't even really understand.
Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, oh man. But I can't believe this guy. You know, like look, I don't really here's what I just want to point out here. Talk to me about the quality of play, blah, 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 whatever. Every single one of these Pinks games has been so thrilling. So thrilling. It comes down to the wire, and many a time, Lionel Messi is coming through with the most unbelievably accurate, timely play.
It's crazy.
It's insane.
Either one or two things. Either he's really good, or Campana is 6'8".
Dude,
or he's playing in front of a hobbit? Because how does it go right over the defender's head?
It was
magnets.
It was a beaut. I mean, like the fact that he's able to do it with that kind of precision, and he's a surgeon.
Yeah,
he is a surgeon, which is pretty impressive for a goat because they have hooves. So how can he be so precise?
Mm-hmm.
Even the goal by Martinez was, he can go.
I thought they were, yeah, and the fact that they, credit to Cincinnati for tying it up because I thought that was going to kill them
for sure.
Because how were you not shook? I was like watching them, and they have to be thinking to themselves, they should have won that game. I mean, like really,
everybody said Miami had no right winning that game.
They were dead in the water. They looked like
they looked tired. They looked exhausted. They were all bent over.
Yeah, it looked like a team that was trudging through, that was sweating vodka from just celebrating all weekend. And yet somehow, some way, this guy just pulls just greatness out of his ass. It's amazing.
It's like it's hard to explain. Like, very rarely is a guy both. Right? In basketball, that would be a guy who had 25 assists and scored 50. Right? It's just like you're either one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
You're usually never both. So it was incredible. Fun to watch. Even though I got to tell you,
Hmm?
that first half, I think I could have ran faster than some of those guys out there.
It was
And
sloppy.
at the end of the game, both teams were exhausted.
Well, that's why I was impressed that Cincinnati was able to muster anything at the end, because I was just like, how? First of all, you're already, everybody team is tired. You thought you had them on the ropes. Messi does that. Then Martinez gets you the goal in extra time, and you're like, the fact that they were able to pull it to get it to PK is very impressive by them.
But it's like, I figure out what is the angst with soccer. When the ball's in your end, right? And the other team has to score, and you can't get it out of there. And they just keep getting shots and shots and shots, and you're like, damn. That's how I was like watching them going, damn.
Like
And I get so aggravated.
Your best Keith Thurman impression.
I'm like, dude, I never, like, just watching sports, it never was so nerve-wracking than before they scored the as Woody would say, the equalizer, right?
I think that's what they all say. I don't think he invented that.
Oh, he invented it, dude. Never heard it before he said
it. And they just couldn't get it. I'm like, kick it out of there. Your head doesn't get it far enough. And I'm yelling at the TV, no idea what I'm talking about. And I'm just getting, I don't get that way watching football.
I got a Twitch that says Messi is toying with these people. I think he is. I think he's just like, all right, it's time. And then just pours greatness on them. And do you have the Messi assist to Campana? Like it was a ting of beauty yesterday.
Would you like the first one or the second one?
Both.
All
Give me
right.
the first one first.
Sure.
Miami with a restart. Messi to the 6th. The header by Campana, smashing it home, and he has bowled Miami back to within 1.
Yep. And then, by the way, like it looked, they're down 2-0, and you're like, maybe this is the time. They're not going to do it.
I've already figured out, I said, well, these guys are probably exhausted.
Right.
They've been playing a lot of soccer. They probably partied a little bit after winning the, whatever that cup was. By the way, this is the oldest cup in the world.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Well, it's about to be the Messi Cup. Just to let you know.
And so I'm just like, all right. And then they score, and I'm like, all right, maybe. And then they put fresh legs in. I got to tell you, Martinez, that dude's got energy.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was chasing that ball all around. I'm like, wow. But in fairness, you know who I was terrified of? Blondie. That dude could scoot. For Cincinnati?
Well, that was the thing.
Oh, my goodness.
Just kept getting free runs.
Right? I'm like,
like
dude could scoot.
Listen, I'm no soccer aficionado. Seemed like the defense is a little suspect in this performance.
Hey,
because they were running down there, Willie.
I'm like, I said to myself, because I'm watching by myself. I'm like, sure wish we could get some more pinks on the defensive end. Because then, but I think that's what makes it so exciting. Is that you get those, and I'm like, holy smokes. And the difference between if Messi gets a free run like that, he's scoring, right?
For sure. Says Tobin come lately. Messi been great since forever. Look, I'm not trying to say I've been on this bandwagon, but the thing that I find is funny is people are like, the people who are trying to poo-poo this, the Europeans, who are like, oh, this is soccer. All right, fine, but it's fun. Like you can't deny this competitions have been tight, and this guy just has a flair for the dramatic. And these games, they look like they have no business winning, and they do. It's
Can I just say this? I don't want to rain on the parade, but here comes a thunderstorm. How you gonna win 2 cups, the world's oldest cup, and not make the playoffs in your league?
Well, they might. You don't know that they can't.
They're not out of it, but they're
going to need a runski. But they've been on a runski.
They're on life support.
We'll see.
But here's the problem: that they're winning all these must-win games. Then when they get into league play, those are definitely must-win games.
Yeah.
How far I'm just curious how far can they go? Because they play Saturday.
We gotta just enjoy the ride right now, baby. Just enjoy the ride, baby.
This is the best version of Messi to ever exist.
I think so. Can you give me
Sure.
Can you give me Messi's incredible art that he put forth yesterday on the soccer field?
Indeed.
Alba back for Messi. Launching it long, looking for Campana. The header across the face and into the back of the net. Eyes in the back of his head. Lionel Messi and a brace for the Ecuadorian. We're tied at 2.
Man, wow. Goosies galore, dude.
I kind of need that. Hey, Tobin, you got me on something here. I think I need that with an accent because I've been watching the Spanish version. The Spanish sounds so much more exciting. I'm not taking away nothing from, but it seems it needs a little.
Yeah, it's when it's not witty, it don't hit the same. But I will. I'll get you. I'll see if we can get the call from CBS so we can hear the Scotsman on the. Well, he was the analyst. I don't know who the play-by-play guy. That wasn't a bloke, but it was a great call last night. And I didn't watch it in Spanish except for the first half. But man, it's crazy. Yeah. You can't turn it off.
Gotta tell you, it took me off. It caught me off guard too because they kind of messed with my head. The commercials were in English.
Were you watching on Peacock?
No, I was watching on 51.
Oh, because I was watching on Peacock, but Peacock only had it in Spanish. It was weird.
Wow. I think I'm okay with that though.
Yeah.
Is there any other sport? Does every sport sound better with?
When they do the Super Bowl and they do calls from around the world, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty
because you hear blah, 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 Favre.
Except the Russians.
Blah, 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 Tom Brady.
Those are the Russians have no joy. They're like, excuse me. Messi scored. Okay. Those are your headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto.
We know trucks. I'm gonna give y'all a little heads up. Y'all gonna lose. Y'all might lose Leroy at 1.
Okay.
Damn.
No, I'm just saying. I'm gonna be here.
Yeah.
My body's here with you,
but his spirit.
But my mind is gonna be on the Tour Championship.
Where is the Tour Championship?
It's in Eastlake in Georgia. It always is. Same place.
Eastlake.
Yeah.
Eastlake just sounds soupy.
Eastlake is a cool thing because a guy spent a lot of money and rebuilt the whole area. So it's school and for underprivileged kids and stuff like that. So it's a really cool thing.
We take a quick break. Lots to get to here, including a pissed off Sandman. Oh, I haven't heard Sandman call out his team like he did yesterday.
Wow.
He's not happy. Not happy as the Marlins get blanked by the Padres yesterday. So we'll hear from him. Of course, we'll have more fallout from Tua Tagovailoa. Answer for your crimes, Ryan Clark. Back after this.
WQAM. Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. Music loud, women walk, being kicked around since I was born. Never tolerate, I don't hate, and you may look the other way.
Wow. I've never had that happen before.
What?
I closed the segment by telling Ryan Clark to answer for his.
Whoa! And then what happened?
Like literally seconds later on Instagram, he posted a long apology to Tua.
Oh, fan of the show.
We will,
Wow, a long apology to Tua. So he was
long
remorseful.
apology. Very remorseful. Very remorseful.
Very remorseful.
Very. We will hear from Ryan Clark coming on up as he is taking accountability for his fat shaming on Tua. Tua was very upset yesterday. We will get back into that, of course. But
Look at that. Leroy, that's how you take accountability.
that is,
for
well,
your
you know
fat
what?
shaming.
Leroy always says athletes are a lot better at this than media. And a former athlete pissing off another athlete for work ethic. You know what? I give credit to Ryan Clark.
Oh,
give
okay.
credit. We'll
Wow,
see.
you must have liked what you heard.
I did. He was very clearly sincere about it. Wow, very clearly sincere.
Did he cry?
No.
I don't know.
No, I think it was a joke that went too far. That's all.
Yeah, it's one of the look. We all make jokey jokes. We make jokey jokes on the show, but if the jokey joke doesn't sit well with the person who is the subject of the jokey joke,
You apologize.
you apologize. Apologize.
Like
So-
when you call me Bam out of Flyo.
By the way, did you see this Mike Trout's back on the DL, Leroy,
Oh,
or the
gosh.
IL?
He
excuse
didn't
me.
even play.
One game back on the IL. And Shohei Ohtani, he's got a torn ligament in his elbow, but is he going on the IL?
No, he's
Of course
because he's not pitching anymore this year,
Of course
and
not.
they haven't determined whether he needs Tommy John.
Yeah, they don't know that yet, but he which he's already had once.
What? Really?
Yeah, he has. He had it back in 18, I think.
Damn.
Yeah.
And he came back as the
Oh
best.
yeah, because remember he only hit for 1 year.
Guy's good.
Wow.
Guy's good. But he's gonna still DH. So you think he's got to be looking at Mike Trout, right? And he's like, South. I'm gonna say, oh, you can't go out there and swing a bat. Watch this. Watch this, dude.
Is he leading the league in home runs? He was close.
Well, I know. Let's see. Right now, MLB loading.
Blake Snell. No, I don't know.
What?
I just wanted to get before you.
He is leading the league. He has 44 home runs.
Nice. 44.
Yes.
He's good.
That's so great.
Aaron Judge, by the way,
And he throws a hundy.
How many times?
3.
In one game?
Aaron Judge, yeah.
Not a doubleheader.
No.
No, he had 3.
Yeah,
but
for our baseball
is he at 30 yet? Because he's missed half the season, damn near.
I don't know. I mean, listen, he had 62 last year and then got paid. He has 27 this year.
Yeah.
He has 27 this year. Jorge Soler's 6th in MLB in home runs. But not enough yesterday as the Marlins got goose-egged by
Not enough.
Padres.
I mean, not even close. They didn't get a run.
Yeah, not a run. And Sandy, really the first time I've ever heard him call out his team because he was pissed, visibly pissed yesterday during the loss. He issued a walk to Machado, then Bogarts hits a tater tot, puts him up 3-0. He finishes his outing and he loses it in the dugout.
Damn.
I mean, there was not a sunflower seed nor a Gatorade jug that was safe. He lost it, Leroy.
Damn.
And
He has every right to. Dude been pitching unbelievably for the last couple of years, and he's got nothing to really show for it.
do you have him yesterday, Marcos? Sandman yesterday was asked about what he's frustrated with, and well, he put it up very concisely.
A lot of frustration in the dugout when you came out of the game. What were you most frustrated about?
First, I want to say thanks God for keeping me healthy in the game. I mean, about everything, run support, walk people, homer, all the stuff. Just get my mind a little bit, hard out there, and try to hit everything I got in front of me. So, but that happened. I just gotta keep believing myself, and keep doing my best.
There you go. He's upset with the run support, the walks, the homers, everything. Just not. And look, he has not been getting run support for 2 years.
Right.
years.
2
dude.
years.
2 years of being the best pitcher.
How does Luzardo always get the run support?
They score 8 runs, Luzardo.
No support for this. And you mentioned this is the first time, like even last year, he didn't
Never
complain
made a
about
stink.
this.
Never made a stink. But now they have a chance to actually contend. And I think he's like, hey, do it. Can I just go out there and not have to be perfect? Can you guys give me 3 runs? 3, something. Here's a little bit more of Sandy.
You know, the team fighting for a playoff spot, how much does the frustration go into, like, not being able to help get that win today as well, to end the road trip like you started it with the win?
I'm always feel bad, always, because my mind every time is just go out there and give the opportunity to my team to win the game, but I mean, they don't score any run for me. So I think we just got to keep believing ourselves, and next time we got to score a lot of runs to win the game.
Wow. I've never heard him like that. I've never heard him like that. He's usually always
Even pissed off, he did it calmly.
Oh yeah. It's not like he went out and this Javi Garcia. Boom.
But he got his point across.
Got his point across. He is not he's not happy. He's not happy. The team's not happy. What have they lost? 6 of 8.
And guess what? Ain't nobody gonna say nothing to him.
Oh, I dare
he
you.
ain't wrong.
I dare you. I dare you to say something to Sandy. What are you gonna do? Who's gonna say something? Jake Berger? I dare you. But yeah,
the whiffer.
He's actually been pretty good. Him and Bell. They've been good. They've been good. Somehow the Marlins have been worse. I don't know. You figure it out for me. I'm trying to figure it out. Like it feels like it was a deadline. Like I feel like the Marlins made good acquisitions. Somehow not a better team. Very strange. But also, you have a lot of pitchers bringing their gas can.
You got a guy hitting 350.
Yep.
You got 2 guys who were added.
You got a guy who's
been everything you thought you'd hope they would be.
You've got a really good season from Soler.
Right.
And yet somehow
it's weird. Yet somehow none of that works when Sandy's pitching.
I hate to say it, but I think you're right, Tobin. I think the season went off the rails when they sent Yuri away.
It's not even like I don't even have to make the case of it. It's obvious. Like
it really is.
I just felt like it was a loser move. That's all. I got it. They want to do what's best for him, whatever. But I just felt like
you can't say wait. You can't say I got it, whatever. Like you don't care.
Whatever, but I strongly disagree with it. And I felt like it was a loser move, and it made you feel like you could punt on something. And because here's the thing. I have seen this team. This is my first sports love, the Marlins. Seasons and starts like that are not common. We're talking things they haven't done since 97-03.
Right.
And you're like, to have the arrogance that you built up enough of a cushion. No, I just don't think excuse me, very upset by this. I feel like you just don't let that stuff slip away. And, it's hard not to look at that move as the line of demarcation of this season and be like, that's where it went off the rails. And
so, what it reminds me of? That the Adam Gase era where it was always like 3rd and like 8, which is not easy at all, but attainable. And Adam Gase would be like screen or like bubble screen or draw. And it's like, all right, you're giving up, dude. I get it that you're playing smart in the same way the Marlins are playing smart, but it's a loser move. And I didn't see that until we've been losing now.
I've seen this so many times with this organization where you're trying to save a guy, but that's not the issue. And Yuri was decent his last time out. He struck out a lot of guys. So good. Look, hopefully he gets back on track, but it just didn't, it to me again, just spelt of, oh, we're just happy to be here.
It messed with the vibe of the team, the run they were on. Right. I get it, but
and here's the thing, Leroy. It's not a guarantee that you go spend a lot of money, you're going to be good. Look at the Padres, look at the Mets, look at the Yankees. But the benefit those teams have is they'll fix their holes next year.
Right. Like they have the luxury of, if they give a guy $200 million, they can just go get another $200 million guy to cover up for the $200 million mistake.
Yeah. And so look,
but don't you think the Marlins have to be more careful because they don't have those resources?
Yeah, certainly. And I thought that they made, even with getting Bell and getting Berger, I thought that those were nice. They've been moves that have been good.
But I'm saying, don't you have to do that with your young, like your young arms and your young players? because you don't have the luxury of just being able to go and get another one?
But I didn't think they had the luxury of sending him down. I just
Now,
did.
I understand what you're saying, but just based on what you just explained about other teams can fix their mistakes, if they leave him there and he gets hurt or something happens, and I'm not saying, I'm just, throwing this out there. I'm not saying there's a chance he would or wouldn't, and something happens and then you lose him for a year, then where are you? Because you might not have the resources to go get another one, another Perez.
Well, Sandy's pissed.
Yep, he's pissed.
Hopefully he doesn't tell Yuri Perez, his protege, get out.
Get out.
We'll take a quick break. Ryan Clark has apologized to Tua. We will hear from the ESPN analyst and, of course, co-host of The Pivot, and hear what he had to say in regards to Tua, the fat shaming, Tua being pissed at him. And we'll get to that coming up next. Welcome back, you rascals. It's Tobin and Leroy here with ya. I don't know why I sounded like a carnival barker there. Hey, you want to get your hair cut by the Miami Hurricanes and Miami Dolphins barber? We've got your chance to freshen up your look with Steven Rivera, the barber to the athletes. Enter now. Just go to WQM.com/contests. Check that on out, everybody. Get it fresh. Fresh. It's like me every day with a shave, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Baby face.
Do you call him for the shave or you do it yourself?
I will one day if he wants me to, you know. It's
Nice.
you know, hopefully he can handle all this this
You and Tommy could go get shaved together since neither one of y'all are growing hair.
It's funny you say that genetically, like he's already like the wolf boy, you know. I already have to have him. Runs in the Tobin genes. So yesterday, as our show was closing out, Tua Tagovailoa, he responded to Ryan Clark. He was very he was not happy with a comment Ryan Clark made. Ryan Clark had said that you know, it doesn't look like he's been training, he hadn't been with a dietitian, then maybe said that he is looking like he should be a stripper at Onyx. So little jokey joke on NFL Live, him, Marcus Spears, Orlovsky, they got a good chuckle out of it. Tua did not find it funny. You got a little bit of a Tua here. This is him. He's just saying he was not happy with Ryan Clark.
I'd appreciate if you kept my name out your mouth.
Pretty much. You get the idea. That was how he capped it off. He also at one point said, we can get scrappy if you want to get scrappy. To which Jalen Waddle said on Instagram, don't let Tua get them paws on you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hey, man, you don't know. He may listen. He could be. I did hear yesterday Tua is still doing jiu-jitsu. It's going to be part of his regimen even during the season. So
nice.
Friday night gi night. I don't know if he's going gi, no gi. Well, I would imagine gi. You know,
Little easy on that, buddy.
yeah, exactly, dude. So hadn't really heard much from Ryan Clark. He was kind of tweeting through it yesterday, but mere minutes ago on his Instagram from his office, of course, great branding, wearing a Pivot T-shirt. You know, a lot of people are going to watch it. That's just smart.
Smart.
Ryan Clark has given his comments on the fallout and Tua being pissed at him. Here he is.
Yesterday, Tua Tagovailoa had to answer questions about something I said on Monday, something that I truly just felt like was a joke to me, that I've realized as the week has gone on, if this man has to answer questions about it, if so many Miami Dolphins fans are offended by it, then people ain't taking it as a joke. So let me be very clear. If I've offended you, Tua, if I've hurt you, if I've disrespected you, if anybody that supports and loves you feels some sort of way because of what I said, I truly apologize. I had two priorities when I started this job. Number one, respect the players and the executives and the coaches that make this game run. Number two, it was earn the respect of those very same people, and more importantly, keep it. Anything contrary to that, then I got to check myself. Now, don't get me wrong. My ego was involved. When Tua was asked about how he felt about these comments, and he said, keep my name out your mouth. Yeah, my first thought is, or what? Or he says he's scrappy. I think to myself, man, I fed my family on violence. I ain't tripping on that. But that's the pride that doesn't enable me to see what this dude's going through. The constant criticisms, the constant scrutiny, constantly being questioned, feeling the stress of always having to prove yourself just to show people you can be available. And then you work throughout the entire offseason, which I talked to his trainer and said that man was in there 3 times a day to build himself up to be healthy. And you got to hear a comment like this. So I get it. I get it because I do want to respect Tua Tagovailoa. I get it because I want his respect too. So to the Miami Dolphins, to head coach Mike McDaniel, who I have a ton of respect for, but most of all, to Tua Tagovailoa and his family, I deeply apologize. I've reached out. I hope to talk to you soon, brother. But just know, I wasn't questioning the way you work. I wasn't questioning how much it mattered to you. It was what I can consider now a bad joke. But for me, it's been a lesson. I'll be better. Thank you.
Damage is done, my friend.
I will say this. I will say this: as apologies go,
Good apology.
that you know he meant it. So
I believe he meant it too.
I hope Tua lets him off the hook, because that's basically when you give him the conversation, you let him off the hook.
I honestly think it was almost bordering on too much.
But you almost have to be that extreme to show your sincerity, right? If he would have just leave it at what everybody else say, and if I offended anybody, I'm truly sorry and I apologize. No, like he went, farther into it, as who he's been at his job and what he was trying to do and why it was in poor taste. And I think when you hear the explanation and the apology, right? Well, look, it still was a bad move and you can still be mad, but you can at least accept his apology. Because a lot of, listen, and I told you this all the time, ain't no media member would apologize like that.
No, look, as he said, he was honest and said, like, when Tua reacted the way he did, he said, like, my initial reaction was, or what? But
Right.
I think he knows that, like, yeah, he really offended a guy who's not easy to publicly upset.
Right. But keep in mind, here's the most important part of that apology. He acknowledges the fact that Tua has been up against it for no reason.
Right.
And
well, that's the thing.
He didn't ask for that.
I think the thing that's I think probably what bummed Tua out so much is that
I got to deal with this.
Yeah, he's answered so much bull bleep over his career. Last year it was the arm. Before that it was the Watson rules. Before that it was should he start? Would he even make it? Would he even make it? Should he even play? The hip injury, all that stuff, right? And it's like finally it kind of felt like this year, normal year, I can end practices with a pick six, no bigs. It's just normal. And then finally to have your work ethic called out, that had to be what would really like, man, out of all things, you guys now I'm having now the narrative is I don't work hard when I didn't even want to put on all this muscle, So look, it's a fine apology. Sexy Sauce says it was extra. Menu 631 says Bumble Pie. Dr. Toboggan says he went full McDaniel. Rambling man.
But you almost like here's what I think Ryan Clark tried to do. He tried to separate his apology from all other apologies so it didn't just go down as, he's just giving the old, read from line 3.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why it was a little bit extra.
Id South says TB's known for backpedaling.
So from that standpoint, I get why he went over the top to really show how sorry he was, and to even break it down, right? He didn't have to give us that part about how he felt when Tua snapped back at him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah, man. Look, we all put our foots in it. We all do it.
I got a Twitch says, does this mean you guys have to apologize to Kyle Lowry? If I do, I'm going to do it exactly like that, which is with a Tobin and Leroy shirt in my office for 2.5 minutes.
No,
Lowry!
No. I'm going to tell you when you're going to do it.
When?
September 8th.
What's that? Oh, the Heat at the Heat. Oh, is he golfing there?
Of course.
He loves golf.
Yeah.
He loves golf.
And so we it hasn't been finalized yet, but it's in motion.
Let me tell you something.
And I'm playing in it. So you better hope. Apologize to Chunky 52. No. No.
Mike
Who was out there in a kielbasa sausage skin?
What do you think was longer? Do you think Ryan Clark's apology was longer, or do you think Mike McDaniel being asked about Ryan Clark's comments was longer?
Mike McDaniel being asked about it. There's no, hey, I'll take the over.
All right.
I don't care what you could have asked me. What was Mike McDaniel's comments about what he ate for lunch? I'm taking the over.
Do you think? Do you have this, Marcos? Have you got Mike McDaniel's comments in? He was just asked about this moments ago at Dolphins camp before the Dolphins take the practice field. And here is McCochin on the Ryan Clark v. Tua controversy.
Tua came to his own defense in regards to being criticized about his physique. Wanted to know if you have any comment on that, seeing that you see him every day, you've seen the work he's put in his offseason.
Oh, God, I was starting to get annoyed. I was hoping for the opportunity to talk about, if I understand your question correctly, how Tua's offseason's been. And you know what? I can say that I can say hard facts that I've seen with my own eyes, and it's been it's top 5 on the team in terms of, we've had a lot of guys really step their game up, and you want to talk about somebody that's committed to doing what he's doing for the right reasons. He was already invested before this year, but then taking a bunch of things that have happened, he really put an onus on controlling what he could control. So you want to talk about every metric that that Dave Paloka and his strength staff really track, which is pretty much everything. I mean, to the degree of blinks, every metric of strength that is measured, he's he's shattered his previous highs, and in some instances he's almost twice as strong with things, and that's been a daily commitment that he hasn't wavered from. He's taken his nutrition to another level. He's taken his commitment to what he's trying to do, and really thought outside the box and really worked at it. So I couldn't be happier with the work that he's put in, and that what I've factually viewed from my own eyes. It's basically you're happy for guys as a coach when you can see in the present that down the road they're going to have no regrets, meaning the results are what the results are, but that without any shade of gray that you've put your best foot forward, and he really has, and I think his teammates would agree. We are getting the absolute best version of Tua that's existed.
All right, PC. Did he say that Tua's blink ratio was higher?
He did say
what,
that.
Is that a football thing? I don't know.
No, it's not a football thing.
Oh, you gotta monitor the blinks.
What does that mean?
Peyton Manning and Tom Brady used to blink 22 times a minute, and every quarterback since then.
Is that new maneuvering the field with your eyes?
Yeah.
Hey, so it was longer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And here's the kicker. Here's the kicker.
How longer?
He never really responded to the Ryan Clark comments.
Nah, he didn't. That's a head coach. That's a guy. That's a vet move. He's like, how can I respond to the controversy without responding to the controversy? Tua's 2 times stronger and he blinks more. Although he said it way less efficiently than I just did.
What person's average blink rate is 17 per minute.
So
Tua, 34.
Here's the deal. Even after hearing that,
yeah.
What?
Exactly, dude.
You get it.
You get it.
She tried to go softball on him. Like, she didn't really hey, Ryan Clark said this about
him. Yeah.
Right. And I knew here's when you knew it was going to be trouble. I've been waiting for this question. I'm like, wait a minute. Who gets excited?
That will happen from time to time. Like, sometimes coaches, like Spo will do that from time to time where Spo doesn't want, but sometimes they do. Sometimes they want to be asked about it. And, it's, but he just kind of went into how hard Tua is working.
Listen,
words means words.
You have to be careful when you comment on work ethic, because me personally, I was a person that didn't like to work out with a bunch of people. because it took too damn long.
Oh, you're not
No.
one of the people at the gym with 9 people around you?
Right. Well, no, not that. It's like if you go in with a bunch of other players, it extends your workout like by an hour.
Yep.
So I would always try to do my stuff early or really late. And so from that standpoint, a lot of guys never saw me. It didn't mean I wasn't working. When I came to Florida, I would run with all the Dolphins at Western High School.
Yeah, if you played today, Leroy would never post his works on social media. He's not
No,
that guy. But
I'm
like
not that guy.
but other guys do. It
Right.
doesn't happen if it's not on the gram.
Right. And so from that standpoint, I don't think that me preparing for my job is Twitter worthy. Like, you know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal. But some guys like, doing it. I don't have a problem with it, but just because you don't see it doesn't mean it ain't happening.
But the real question is, did you ever practice your blinking?
No, dude,
What the hell does that mean?
Robert Smith practice.
Gameboy 305 says Mike McDaniel answers in so many words, so reporters won't use any of it because it's way too long. Smart move.
Right.
Do you know? Okay, realistically,
You can't even write the gist of it because everybody's sitting there going, "What the hell did he just say?"
that was only 12 more seconds than Ryan Clark's apology.
Wow.
But it just felt like so much longer.
Oh man, we take a quick break here on the program. We continue to celebrate the Pinks yesterday, a thriller in Cincinnati as they beat Cincinnati by PKs.
Goosies.
You don't beat the Pinks in PKs, okay?
Oh yeah,
You don't
What are
beat
they're like 3-0 in PKs.
You don't beat them in PKs, dude. It doesn't happen. But Messi, just continue to be marveled by this man. It's incredible. Tata too, dude.
Oh.
Wait a minute. I have a question.
Yeah.
I was watching an interview on ESPN with Tata,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And I'm paying attention because I've never heard him talk. And I'm thinking, okay, let's hear it. I didn't know he needed a translator.
Yeah. Do you know how great these guys are, Leroy? We better learn Spanish, dude.
I'm starting to realize that.
Bringing
I mean, if I'm going to go anywhere near JFig's house, I better know some Spanish.
JFig's, we're bringing JFig to Pink's Media Day next year.
Yeah.
You said that'd be good.
Actually, not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Are you going to do the synchronized swimming hairdo?
Do you like it?
I mean, if we're going swimming.
Back up to this. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of
Two of the brothers and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Man, we have a lot to get to here on the show today. We got Messi, we got Marlins making a stink. We got Damian Lillard now doing his first interview post trade request.
What?
Damian Lillard has sat down with Marcus. You know what, dude? I'm so happy because I was gonna start a GoFundMe for 100K. Wow. Now I don't have to. He's already done it, but he's done it like masterfully. So we will get to Damian Lillard
To cover a fine? Is that why you're
because they fined James Harden 100K. Yeah. So if we got to raise 100K for Dame to make a stink, I'll do it. But apparently I don't have to do it. So he's
really
good for it. I think Dame's good for it. He's got it. So we'll get to that. But let's get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
The Pinks.
Yeah.
They are moving on, dude. Okay. This is, people criticize Tata and they say, why are you playing Messi? Why are you going to do that? Well, first of all, he does what Messi says, and Messi likes to play.
True.
All right, every Messi maniac knows that.
Why wouldn't we play him?
And so, you go out there, you play Messi, and you know what he does?
Say Messi Mania?
Yeah, dude.
I like that.
And
Can I ask you a question out of curiosity?
Oh, of course, Leroy.
In the Euro leagues, do they play this much?
I mean, if they do, not like this, dude. Not like this,
I mean, they played a lot of matches and
they've been playing a lot of matches. I really did think,
he's played, what, 8 games since he's been here?
8 or 9.
Oh wow, could be even more.
No, I think Leroy's right. I think it's 8. But man, yeah, I've been floored by how much, and then just that he comes up with the big thing every day, man.
Leroy was right. He brought up that you're usually a scorer or a passer. This guy's both.
I'm honestly was more. I think that pass yesterday was the most impressive thing I've seen him do outside of the free kick in his debut.
I'm gonna be honest. Anytime I saw passes like that, or the passes that end up in headers, I would always not say that it was luck, but I just kind of felt like people kicked it in that direction, and sometimes it just kind of happened. No, where he wants that ball to go, it goes. It's crazy.
It was insane, and they put up the angle behind the net of his pass.
Oh my! It was even worse. How did what?
He's so good.
I don't understand.
It's like, you know what it was like? It was like your best quarterback throwing that teardrop pass to the back of the end zone. Right? Like that. It was crazy.
Pretty wild. Here is the call yesterday on WQAM. If you guys missed it, the Pinks. This one.
I thought we were going with the Scottish guy.
I know. Well, here's the problem. I didn't
going on.
I didn't get a chance to get it during the break because Damian Lillard, his interview broke, so I rolled on that. Thought it was a priority.
Okay.
We'll get the Scottish guy. I promise we'll get the Scottish guy before the end.
Also, they need to stop this little. You mentioned this earlier too. If it's not witty, it just doesn't hit the same. Dude.
It doesn't quite hit the same. I don't know what the rules are. He's very famous now. I don't know when he's got time. I don't know what he's got great hair. I don't know when Witty's. When he's not drinking ciders and daiquiris with us. When do we know? But here is the call yesterday on the.
I ain't mad. I ain't afraid to admit it. It was me. Okay. I split an apple cider with Witty.
It was me.
Alba back for Messi, launching it long, looking for Campana. The header across the face and into the back of the net. Eyes in the back of his head. Lionel Messi and a brace for the Ecuadorian. We're tied at 2.
I guess he's left-footed.
What?
He's whatever saying.
He wants. He uses whatever feet he pleases, dude.
No, he's always left.
Hands for all I care.
He's always left.
Sometimes he just does it with his eyes. You
No,
know?
but he's always left.
What do you think
So I'm
his
guessing
blink ratio is?
he's left-footed or left-handed.
He's like Goran. Goran's
Mhm.
left got the left stroke. So does Messi.
Well, you want to know what's weird? LeBron's left-handed.
I know that is weird. Tua's right-handed.
You know what's even worse? Phil Mickelson, right-handed.
I hate that guy.
Okay.
He's
Sorry.
right-handed and golf's left-handed.
It's just my reaction when I hear about
Messi
him.
is a lefty. Yeah, like I could. I mean, you can't watch a soccer match and see he's always going left.
No,
Like
because he does it
all
for
of his kicks are left. No, when he scores those goals, it's always from the left. He works his way from right to left.
I'm not gonna tell you. You've watched 4 games, Leroy. I'm not gonna tell you.
Leroy acts like he's like, Tommy Smith now. All of a sudden.
Am I wrong?
Watch Telemundo.
Am I wrong?
Didn't he? He's like,
Am
look,
I wrong?
I don't know. Like,
I
you
really
know,
don't
what do you
know.
consider yourself a soccer aficionado?
No,
Sorry,
you watch sports enough, you can tell if somebody's left-handed or right-handed.
Paul McGee over
Are
here,
you
the beautiful
judging?
game.
Are you judging him for watching it on Telemundo?
I didn't realize he was Leroy O'Horde.
Oh.
Look at
Wait
this.
a minute.
Wait,
What
wait,
does that have to do with
You're onto something.
determining whether somebody's left-handed or right-handed?
Dade South says he's Tobin is ham-handed.
Okay. I just Googled it. It says, interestingly, Lionel Messi is well known for being a left-footed player, which is rather rare.
Thank you. Apologize.
I apologize.
I'm not apologizing.
Just because I'm observant and you're not, knucklehead.
I've been observing just greatness. I don't really care what hand or foot he's doing it with. You know?
Now everybody's sending me texts. He's left-footed. I know, like I'm just saying, you haven't watched him play enough in these last 8 games to see he always goes left.
I haven't cared. I've just been enjoying the wins.
You know what? I'm sorry. That's me because I was an athlete. We game planned. We knew these things.
You weren't
we can
stopping
observe.
Messi.
We
No
can
matter
observe
what
this.
foot you have.
We can observe the finer things of the sport.
You can observe the finer
two
things.
Knuckleheads. What?
First of all,
lashing out.
You're lashing out. That's
I'm not
the-
lashing out. You got on me for trying to figuring out that he was left-footed and got all on me. He goes both ways. No.
-1
Lashing out.
for lashing out.
I'm not lashing out. You should get -1 for questioning me saying he was left-footed.
We weren't questioning you.
You did. You said, "Oh, dude, he does it with the rights."
People are saying he does do it with the rights.
No, he doesn't. Not as good. I would win. Guess what? How many goals he scored? 10 goals. Right?
Yeah, maybe more. I don't
10
even know.
goals. All of them were left-footed. All of them were left-footed.
Okay. Congratulations. What is the guy's doing the hokey pokey out here?
It's getting crazy over here.
You know?
Man, like you don't observe sports, or you just like
I have been observing sports. I mean, you're the guy who's sitting here, be like, oh, interesting. I guess you got time to do that when you're watching it in a language you don't understand.
no, but
And he's got to make his own commentary.
I do say my time has been open to do other things while I'm.
Leroy's like,
Hold up!
What?
What did you just eat with a chopstick?
What are you talking about?
What did you just eat with a chopstick?
I think I'm enjoying fruit.
Marcos, what did you do?
Nothing. I'm just
He's
enjoying.
eating grapes with chopsticks.
No.
What kind of
What is
grapes?
What is it?
Fruit snacks.
If they're Skittles,
Dude, are you eating fruit snacks?
Real few fruit puree.
He is a child.
What?
By the way, you just
Wait a minute.
Oh no! This is a
Apple
scoop.
juice and fruit snacks.
fruity snacks.
You're like, what are you, 5?
We got limited options in the vending machine nowadays.
Wait, none of them require chopsticks, knucklehead.
I mean, when it comes just as natural, doesn't matter. Anything can be eaten with chopsticks.
He didn't even break them.
Oh man, a lot of people are saying he scores with his right too, Leroy.
Okay, that's fine, but he's left-footed.
I believe you.
Okay, thank you.
You know what he is? Left hoofed.
Oh,
goat.
Give Marco some dino nuggets. Yep, I can see it.
What does Messi go celebrate? You think he's going to Publix for some BOGO cereal, or you think his Publix days are done now because of the mob the last time around?
Yeah,
he's got no chance of going to Publix.
No shot of going to Publix now?
Concept of his
No
new
shot.
home?
No.
no. Wow.
What was he doing?
I have to show you guys during the break.
Oh, I want to see the Messi Palace. Yeah, I want to see what he's doing down here.
He already bought a house, or he already had one.
I feel like he bought. I think he actually bought all of Star Island.
Wow.
It's not even that. It's like he bought the water because it's
Of
not.
course.
It's not the
Oh.
land. It's like a floating house.
He's actually, he's gonna make his own island. It's like, what do you want? You want to be
And
stuck
it's
to one of
shaped as an M, guys.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. And is he taking a helicopter to practice now?
He's got to.
There was actually a helicopter in the concept video. Yes.
What is this?
Question.
Yeah.
Is he familiar with hurricanes?
That's what I thought. That was my first thought.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not gonna.
Let's
do
be
it.
The
honest.
concept is great until like
I got a feeling.
Irma comes knocking.
I got a feeling Messi. He's got a backup house for hurricanes.
A backup house.
Yeah, backup house.
My God.
Like Messi's probably so rich that if there was a hurricane, he could probably like make it go down to the ground like a bat cave.
This looks like the Batmobile.
You saw it already?
I'm kind of looking at what I can't really. There is a helicopter on top, by the way.
Yeah.
That's 100%. This is amazing. It does worry me with hurricanes, but I do feel like this could fly possibly. So I'm not sure. This is amazing. And you know what? He deserves it. He can have my house.
I don't think he wants your
I was gonna say I don't really have insulation. It's not necessarily best, but hey, you know he's more than welcome.
Why do the rich like to have houses in all glass?
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
That's a South Beach thing.
What is that? Like you know, what if Messi wants to walk around in the nude?
What if he
Maybe
wants?
it's like one of
What if he wants a little happy time?
Right.
Right.
Probably got some curtains that can go. Yeah. But then you always know, the Messis are doing it.
Wait. First of all, you perv. Why are you looking at Messi's house all day to figure out what he's doing?
I don't know. I just like looked at it. I'm like, it's all glass. Like, why do people want to do that?
I just imagine us getting a text. The curtains are closed.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
question.
Yes.
The whole thing is the house?
Yes. 50 million.
I don't know if I'm looking at the right one or not.
I sent it to you guys in the chat.
Dude, it looks like an amusement park.
How many pools?
It looks
does
like
he
a
have?
cruise ship.
He has like 3 or 4 pools. It does look like a cruise ship.
You sent it to our phone chat?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get a picture for our Twitch viewers. Miami 560 WQAM.
That's where you guys can catch. We'll take a break. Back with more after this. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Streaming live on YouTube and Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 o'clock. And
Eli Apple of the day.
oh, why having that Eli Apple, Leroy? Head over to the Windowplex for our weather update from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm. YourAccentAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them up at 866-954-MORE.
Should use a chopstick for that apple.
Been a lovely morning. Has been pretty clear each morning. Although it gets a little cloudy and you have a slight chance of rain, but it doesn't really look like it's going to rain. Barely see any clouds. Winds are at right around 10 miles an hour out of the east, and I'm guessing it's right around 90 degrees.
How do you do, Marcos?
Pretty good. He said it's right around 90 degrees. I have it at 89 degrees. Winds 9 miles per hour at the moment. And only a 5% chance of precipitation today. So
there you go.
See if we can make it without rain.
Wow,
Here's what I can tell. Just based on my...
What a crunch.
Can you hear us? Like you're screaming at us.
I don't know what it's called, but I will say this. The chance of rain has dropped because if you notice, it hasn't felt as stifling. So the humidity is probably a lot lower than it's been.
I have noticed stifle is quite where it is. It is not as stifling. So well said.
Right. So yeah, that's usually when the humidity drops. And when you get into the winter months, the temperature drops maybe 5-10 degrees. So you'll be 85, 80. But the more important thing is that the humidity drops substantially. So it feels a lot cooler than it really is.
Let's get a training camp report, which is brought to us by our friends over at Miami-Dade County Public Schools Technical Colleges. Enrolled today in one of their over 60 Miami-Dade County Public Schools Technical Colleges affordable training programs and get fast-tracked to a financially rewarding career in 1 to 2 years. Convenient day and evening classes give you the flexibility you need while you learn. Go to careerinayear.com and get their Dolphins. Last practice before their final preseason game today. They're back out there. Mike McDaniel addressing kind of the Jonathan Taylor rumors, which are very hot and heavy with the Dolphins. Everybody is saying the Dolphins are in constant contact with the Colts. Apparently, there's a deadline for next Tuesday, which I think might be cut down day. So,
well, no, that's not why. Because he's currently on the PUP list. And that's the cutoff to when you have to be taken off the PUP list.
Wouldn't that also be cut down day, though?
It is. But that's not really why they're doing it. They're doing it because he's still on the PUP list. If he doesn't get a trade by then and they leave him on the PUP list, he can't play for 4 weeks.
Well, either way, Mike McDaniel on the talks right now.
Hold on, we got enough time in the break?
I don't have the sound. I'm just going to read a quote for you because it's not very interesting. Asked about it. He said, I'm not going to speak about other players. Chris Grier's job is to work, and he works at it a lot. He keeps me abreast when things are real. That is from Barry Jackson's Twitter account when he said McDaniel's response when asked about reports, we're one of them, about the Miami Dolphins making a bid for Jonathan Taylor. There was another report today, by the way, that said the Dolphins were at one point asking about Josh Jacobs in the offseason, but they were shot down by the Raiders. So, again, that is, I think, the 4th star running back the Dolphins have been tied to. I don't like, and it could be a case of the Dolphins are always just thrown in there because they know that they have a willy-nilly owner who will spend a lot of money, which Stephen Ross will. But also that when there's smoke, there's fire. The Dolphins just could be very interested in adding a star running back. I don't know.
Right.
But that is that's been they have been now tied to at least Dalvin Cook, Josh Jacobs, and now Jonathan Taylor. There was also a rumor that they inquired about Saquon Barkley. So, it's it is definitely something that is interesting to see with all of this stuff going on right now, that Miami maybe still taking a home run swing. They're at least talking about it. And we know Chris Grier likes to take big cuts when it comes to trades. He likes to make deals.
Yep.
He has been enjoying going after the star player.
Can I ask you a question?
Yep.
It's funny because we've all liked the deals that Chris Greer has made. He's done an incredible job both drafting and bringing in free agents and trading for players. But isn't that what Mike Tannenbaum tried to do?
Yeah, but I think the thing that
I think Chris Greer does it better. So let me not. But Mike Tannenbaum was the guy that took big point hacks at everything.
Yeah, but I think the thing that that Tannenbaum did was he kind of did it without building the roster first. So I think that the thing that you could say with Chris Greer is, yeah, he's gotten a nice bunch of young guys, which has been centered around, of course, a nice young quarterback, a star young receiver, a star young pass rusher, a star safety, a star D tackle, who of course they're in a bit of a contract standoff with right now. Mike Tannenbaum didn't he draft? No, that was Jeff Ireland who drafted Deion Jordan. Hard to keep up. Hard to keep up with all the front office follies.
Yep.
But Tannenbaum's first move was let's get Ndamukong Suh.
Expensive.
And Ndamukong Suh was good. Not like he stunk.
But here's the problem. When you add a guy like that, like Ndamukong Suh, your edge rushers better be top notch.
Yeah,
right?
we had one.
We have one.
Can't
and
wait.
So from that standpoint, if you don't add that talent without putting support around him, then it looks like you made a bad choice. And that's kind of how that played out.
So I don't know, man. It's just interesting to see that all this stuff is out there with
You're just excited because you like the action.
I do love action.
You're like Tobin Tannenbaum.
No, don't say that.
You like the action.
No, I don't.
You don't care if the action. You don't care if the action makes sense. You just like action.
Well, I get you, but you're saying it doesn't make sense. But why am I getting thrown into it when the Dolphins seem to sniff around every star running back that's out there? So clearly,
I think they kick the tires on anything, see if they can get something cheap.
Okay, but this guy's not going to be cheap.
That which
none of those
again,
four guys were.
Again, has nothing to do with his talent. But if you sign him, what are you saying to Christian Wilkins?
But the only thing we don't know about that, Leroy, is what if the Christian Wilkins talks just aren't going anywhere because the Dolphins also have their line on him too?
Okay, no, I got you. We don't again. One of the hard things to do. What we do, what makes it so difficult, is we have some of the information, but not all of the information. And what you're just saying could very well be true. And that makes it more difficult to determine all this other stuff if it is true.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll keep an eye on it, but it does seem like if we're gonna know, we'll know at least. And it seems like the watch on Jonathan Taylor will at least be shorter than Damian Lillard watch. Because at least we have
because here's why.
Hey, are we on?
There's a date
yeah
of things that are going to happen. In basketball, there's no dates yet. There's no pressing, there's nothing as far as basketball that could happen in the near future to rush it. So everybody's just holding, no, we're not giving you that. No, we're okay. We'll
take a quick break, mix things up coming up next.
Tobin and Leroy.
All right. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Hey, you want to get your hair cut by the Canes and Finn's barber? Well, we got your chance to freshen up your look with Steven Rivera, the barber to the athletes. To enter, go to WQM.com/contests. One man who doesn't need a barber because he is 80% amphibian is Marcos. Ergo, it is time for
Do frogs have hair?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
No hair, no scales.
Nope. What you see there is CGI. It's the magic of JFig on Twitch and YouTube. She can make that happen.
I worked really hard.
Just to make him look like a bit of a more of a normie. So that's not to freak out.
Basically,
freak out
you're
our
closer
audience.
to a frog than he is, since you can't grow any facial hair.
I can grow facial hair. I'm just shaving every day, dude. I don't know what you're saying.
Very
Like,
nice
it's
of you to do that.
Almost twice a day sometimes. You know, you just got to keep up with it. Anyway.
Twice a day?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. When I don't use the straight edge, you know, it's really, you know, it grows like white, like weeds.
If I brought you a straight edge razor, you wouldn't know what to do.
Of course,
you would lacerate yourself.
Dude, I mean, they call me the barbershop quartet. Like, trust me.
they?
They do.
Wow.
No, that's because you're big as 4 dudes, not because you.
Whoa! I mean, that's you guys got me out here. You guys got me out here looking like Quinnen Williams.
Oh, that's right.
Let's mix it up here, Frog Boy.
Yeah. All righty, gentlemen. This show is a fan of.
What about JFig?
For real.
I apologize. JFig only now. I take it back. I'm not talking to you guys anymore. Rest of the segment, just you and I, JFig.
All right.
Are you familiar with Chris Jones by any chance?
Yes.
Yep. Hold out.
He is on a holdout. He has been quoted as saying, well, I think he responded to a tweet like this when asked about how long he thinks he's going to hold out. He even said to week 8. 8 games.
Because that's like what? That's the cutoff so you can get the year of service in?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. And Patrick Mahomes, fellow amphibian.
He does sound like a frog.
This is what he had to say on the Chris Jones sit-out situation.
No, not necessarily. I mean, I know that stuff, contract stuff, is hard to talk about because everybody wants to make money for their entire family and everything like that. But I know how much Chris loves the Chiefs. He loves being a part of this organization. And so I just try to stay out of it and just tell Chris that I love him and that whenever he does come back, he'll be welcome with open arms. And we know that he's preparing himself so that whenever he does get back, he can be that dominant player that he always has been.
Oh, that's good. How much is Mahomes' love worth?
He ain't giving up none of that $450 million.
Guess we'll find out.
Wait till he goes and renegotiates.
Yeah, I'll say. Sticking in the realm of football. JFig, Reggie Bush. Familiar with the guy?
Very much so.
Handsome.
He had to give his Heisman back.
He did have to give his Heisman back.
Imagine he has to give his Heisman back, but Johnny Manziel has his.
Yeah, well, recently he was discussing that entire Heisman situation and essentially saying that he won't ever be able to return to the USC football team in any fashion until that Heisman is returned.
I got dreams of coming back in the stadium and running out of that tunnel with the football team. I got dreams of walking back in here, seeing my jersey, my banner, right down there next to the rest of the Heisman Trophy winners. But I can't rightfully do that without my Heisman Trophy.
Well, I don't blame him. Why did he ever give it back? Why did
Yeah,
that's the thing I don't understand.
You just want him to go rogue.
Why didn't he just keep the trophy?
They'd show up to his house or something. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
like
when teams have to abandon victories, they still get to keep the money.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like what? Like he was. That's very honest of Reggie Bush. Like he actually gave the trophy back. But God, that guy was so good in college.
So good.
My God,
he was so good in college. He had a pretty decent NFL career. Had a good season with the Dolphins. A couple good.
He was good with the Dolphins.
Yeah,
he was good with the Dolphins.
But people consider him a possible bust, not because he had a bad NFL career. It's just his college career was so good.
Yeah,
it's not that. You have to understand that we see college kids in a certain environment playing football a certain way. And NFL teams try to take that talent and make it fit what they're doing. And when it doesn't work, we immediately call the player a bust. When maybe if they ran the same offense as USC did, Reggie Bush would be a Hall of Famer. That's where he flourished. So to come in and ask him to do other things, right? He spent half his life trying to prove to people he could run inside, which if he didn't have to prove that, then they would have used him like, look how they use like Mike McDaniel would have had a field day with Reggie Bush. And I think we would have thought differently of his NFL career if he had gone to a team like the way Sandy or the Chargers use Austin Eckler, or the way Mike McDaniel uses running backs and has used like somebody like Deebo Samuel in San Francisco. So to say that his career was a bust, I mean, is a bit unfair because sometimes the situation and the circumstances that you are drafted into aren't exactly what you won the Heisman Trophy doing.
But when it like he got there, when he went to the Saints first.
Right.
You know,
remember he was the wait, let me see. He was the second pick behind wasn't he Jadeveon Clowney?
Mario Williams.
There
Williams.
who was the first Jadeveon Clowney because he was a beast.
Yes,
Now think about this. I give you three choices. Whose career would you take? Mario Williams, Jadeveon Clowney, or Reggie Bush?
I think Mario Williams made a lot of money. I feel like Mario Williams
but making a lot of money, so did Jadeveon Clowney. But Jadeveon Clowney's not a sack guy.
Yeah, but Mario Williams, like 4-time Pro Bowler, All Pro 3 times, and he did have to go to Buffalo, so I mean there was a price to pay. But he still made a lot. I would say Mario Williams if I had to pick.
Okay. Career earnings, $132 million. Whew, that is intense.
Anyway, what else you got in the mixed bag, Marcos?
So, our favorite ayahuasca drinking quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
Is ayahuasca a drink?
Yeah, I think like as a soup. Yeah, kind of.
That's what the kids say.
It's the hippies do.
We actually, I think you mentioned during the first episode of Hard Knocks, they painted him as this big brother figure.
Yeah.
It's been this whole campaign trail to repair his image in the media.
Mm-hmm.
He's this wise, nice guy. But one of the players that followed him from Green Bay, Randall Cobb, recently had some comments saying, in reference to Rodgers' private discussion with him, he was just telling me, we had a lot of mistakes in our room today, just basic stuff, little things. Like, we can't have that. It's all cool right now, but I'm telling you, one day he's going to lose his stuff.
Yeah, he was telling that to the young receivers because they weren't having a good practice, and he's like, he won't throw you the ball, and he's going to lose it on you, which Randall Cobb would know. He's like best friends with Aaron Rodgers. That's why he's there.
So now Aaron Rodgers had a chance to address those comments made by Cobb that went public, and this is what Rodgers had to say.
I will say that there may have been some comments about me that I don't know that are true anymore. Cobby said some things about how you gotta watch out because 8's gonna snap at some point. I don't feel like I'm the snapping type anymore. I mean, I'm gonna raise my level of intensity, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna embarrass anybody. I don't want to do that. I want to make guys feel like they're a part of this and they're going to get that respect and that kindness. There's going to be accountability, though, for sure.
First of all, if my last name is Cobb, don't call me Cobby.
Don't call me
Cobby. You don't like that?
No.
I like it.
But I will say this. Here's where things get difficult. Because when it doesn't work, or if they struggle, they ain't going to that wide receiver that ran a bad route and you threw a pick. They're coming to you. And in turn, you're going to go back to that guy and say, I'm tired of taking this heat because you don't know what the hell you're doing.
I think also
it'll change.
I would imagine I think it's just Cobb kind of being a good teammate because, like, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But like,
listen, as a veteran, like veterans, like Pepper Johnson and Bobby Abrams, and we had Everson Walls, we had Joe Morris, and they would all say, "Hey, man, Bill don't play." Right?
Yeah.
So you better be ready when you come into the season. You better be ready to go. And they would say that. They would give you a heads up on the coach or the player that you just start playing with. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, for Aaron Rodgers to try to dismiss it with his boy who played with him more than anybody, I'm going to believe Cobby.
I believe Cobby too.
Cobby, yeah.
I
He's going to lose it when that heat get on him.
What else is in the mixed bag, Marcos?
You guys want to feel good?
Yes.
Feel happy.
Oh, yeah. I love feeling good.
I love feeling good, dude.
All right. Leroy, you may not feel as good. I'm not gonna lie. This is our boy Tua. You mentioned this earlier in the show. This whole BJJ, it's not a hobby. All right. It's not something he just did for his off-season regimen. This is him discussing what he plans to do once the season begins.
Yeah, I would say we've been practicing it once a week. Just in case, try to build that muscle memory for the falling aspect of it. But I think it worked out pretty good. Felt good to get back in there, to get hit, to get tackled a little. So it's pretty good.
There you go.
Once a week, huh?
Yeah, that's good for him. Get in there, just keep it fresh in your mind.
How often does little Tommy go?
At least twice a week. At least twice a week, but mostly 3 times a week.
How quickly can one advance belts going once a week?
He's gotten 3 stripes, and he's been doing it for what has he been doing since January? So I think you're supposed to get up to like a gray belt by the end of the year. I think that's where it's supposed to go. Like the gray belt is like the tweener between, but then you got to go like stripes on the gray belt. So I think it's supposed to be 2 years till you get a blue belt.
I'm gonna tell you what, all these martial arts and karate and jiu-jitsu and all that, Ponzi scheme.
Wow.
Why? Yeah, you muted yourself.
Huh. I think, let me just guess what he's going to say. In a street fight?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because you thinking you running up through all these belts.
Yeah.
And you got to get stripes and belts.
Yes.
So you get a new color belt. Now you got to go 3 stripes before you get your next belt.
Yeah.
It seemed like a money pit.
I will say,
a lot of money to be a black belt.
I'll tell you what though, comparatively to cheerleading, it's not even close. Like cheerleading bleeds you.
Oh yeah, because they go on trips and stuff, right?
Trips, and every class is a
car wash. Don't forget the car wash.
You have to do the inverted pyramid class. What? $35. I'm like, what? Then they're like, "Oh, your daughter's a flyer. She needs flying class." I'm like,
yeah. Oh, great.
She needs class to be caught.
Don't drop it. I have more concern with the catcher.
Yeah,
the flipper.
Catcher needs glasses.
So wait. So let me get this straight.
Cheerleading's a shakedown. RBA Richard puts it right. It's a shake.
So let me get this straight. They charge the person that's just getting tossed up in the air like Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
Money to learn how to get tossed up in the air.
Yep.
So that means the people catching should pay twice as much.
I agree.
The catcher should pay 70.
I agree. But no, like with jiu-jitsu, it's just like one fee for the month. Go as many classes as you want. Like,
okay.
I like that.
Cool.
Right.
So
they're
but
doing
cheerleading,
they're doing it like LA Fitness.
Cheerleading is that plus all the specialty classes that they just add on. It's like a cable bill. It's like
also the
Canadian fee,
wardrobe.
Canadian fee. Oh, you have to pay for the wardrobe too and stuff like that,
dude. You know what? Honestly, that's the one thing. Like they say, a lot of people left other schools to go to this school because they say the wardrobe isn't that expensive, but it's still expensive.
Oh my god!
But I was hearing because I think I'll ask my wife, but I think her wardrobe this year was like $300-400.
What?
But I was hearing that some wardrobe classes
timers?
For what?
You wearing it like one time?
You wear it like 3-4 times, yeah.
Oh,
Nothing crazy. But I was hearing like from other cheerleading
I got
classes.
suits I don't wear that much.
I'm telling dude, the scuttle from other cheer moms was that other schools were in the thousands.
no way.
Yeah.
What?
I'm telling you, dude.
It's bad.
It's bad. No, the cheerleading scam is like it's out of control. Out of control.
So Sophie is a flyer.
Yeah.
All right.
It also kidnaps your time. You know, with like jujitsu, there's no like on Saturdays we have a meet or tournament of some sort.
There are, but like, you know, he's not up to competition level yet. He's not. I'm not
What
ready.
belt you got to get to competition level?
You can go at any. Like he could enter a competition. I'm just not ready to enter him into a competition yet because you know I don't want him to get his arm snapped. He's not ready for it yet because I don't know if he's going up a kid who's I don't know if he's ready for that yet. He's only he's 7 and he goes up against a lot of.
I mean, here you go. But Tobin,
what age are you ready to get your arm snapped?
Yeah, I know. Tobin, don't go at this like UFC now.
I'm not.
It sounds like you got it. You got to play it for Tommy.
You got aspirations.
Yeah.
We're gonna start working on striking in the next summer.
I like that. Nice.
We're gonna take him to Boca Boxing District. My guy Dia Davis has a kids class.
Ooh,
no, my
he's gonna be looking like Dustin Poirier.
Is my baby too young to join that class?
No.
Nice.
All right. Damian Lillard. He has spoken on the trade request. We'll get to that. Did he make a stink? That's next.
The years start coming and they don't stop.
Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Football season is here, and we got your way for us to follow our show. Listen to us anytime, anywhere. That's the Odyssey app, AUDACY. Check that on out. And you guys can subscribe to the Tobin and Leroy podcast. Listen to us on demand whenever the hell you want, basically. Download the Odyssey app today. Get the Tobin and Leroy podcast. We're also streaming live on YouTube and Twitch on the channel Miami 560 WQAM. Subscribe there. Get some headlines here brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Shohei Ohtani, he has a torn UCL in his elbow. He is not going to pitch again this season. We'll see what that does for his free agency. He did have Tommy John surgery.
Can I tell you? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully not. I mean, if he has to get Tommy John again, then you mean he can't pitch for a year. Knock off 50 mil.
Let me ask you a question. Well, first of all, he won't be able to pitch, but he's still bringing them 44 home runs.
Right, but the whole thing is you're paying him money because he does everything. And if he can't do everything, everything's going to affect your money.
He won't be able to do it. I mean,
he won't be able to do it for a year.
Right, but what are you talking about? You know how many players get signed and they're injured? Look at KD. They gave him a max contract with a torn Achilles.
First of all, that was the Nets. Of course, they're desperate. Loser franchise.
No, any team that was signing Kevin Durant was giving him a max.
Yeah, but the team that went to him, like, they were so desperate. Of course, they're going to sign KD on a torn Achilles. The second thing is, it's still pitching. Like, if it's your second time you're getting it, like, I would be worried about paying him $700 million if he can't pitch again.
But it's also, I mean, keep in mind, it's also an additional talent. He's not just a pitcher. He's not Justin Verlander.
But if you're talking about making money nobody's made before, Leroy, because he can do both. If there's in jeopardy of him doing both, then there's in jeopardy of him being paid like nobody's been paid before.
Let me ask you a question. I'm going to name some teams. You tell me if they give a rat's ass. New York, Boston, the Mets.
Boston's not that rich. Boston goes on the cheapskates from time to time. They're not Yankees, Dodgers.
They're not Yankees, Dodgers. How about Mets? Okay. There's teams out there.
Leroy, when you're talking about
much money.
Hold on. When you're talking about over $500 million, I want to make sure the guy can do everything. There's no way it's not a comment.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If you pay him all that money, the worst case scenario is you're getting somebody close to Aaron Judge
for $200 million more?
You're right, Tobin. That's a discount.
Huh?
I think that's $50 million off.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I need, there's definitely going to be teams worried about that for sure.
You would sign, dude, if it created a buzz, you would sign anybody. And you're sitting here being resistant?
I'm being resistant to paying him $600 million if he can't do half of the things that I want him to do.
Wow. What if he said, I only want to play for the Marlins?
Ooh. I mean, that's never going to happen.
I'm just saying. And they tried
to only want to play for the Marlins, but the Marlins have to roll the dice. First of all, the Marlins would never have the balls to do it. I mean, they shut down a pitcher this year because we were worried about his innings. Doesn't have the cajones to do it.
Whoa.
No way, dude. They would never do it. I wish they would. If I was Marlins owner,
I would. How much you pay attention to sports? Nobody cares. They're going to pay that money. Somebody going to pay that money.
I would lean towards you're probably right, but if I ran an organization, there's no way I'm not concerned and not wanting to know what his pitching future is.
It's got to be a little cheaper, dude. There's no way.
I mean, they're giving 42-year-old pitchers $40 million a year. Like, how old is Shohei Ohtani?
He's 30.
30. So if he don't pitch for 2 years and you got him for 10 years, it's still worth it.
29. He'll be
because you ain't getting. Here's the deal: if he don't pitch for 2 years, you're still not getting a scrub.
Okay, but Leroy, when you're talking the kind of money that you're gonna have to pay him, if he can't do one of his great talents, like that's the thing that makes him an unprecedented player. Look, he's a great. He's an amazing hitter. He's leading the league in home runs. Obviously, that's great. But also, the beauty of him is he's supposed to pitch. That's why you're making this money that's never going to be heard of, because nobody else can do that. If he's a great slugger, there's a lot of great sluggers.
And how much do they make? 400?
Like 400.
Okay.
Let's just say he's going to make like 400 million.
No. Even before you include the pitching, that 400 is escalated because it's new,
How much is it escalated, though?
I think if he was just a hitter, he get anywhere from 450 to 500.
Maybe. I don't know. But you got to also factor that he's definitely I know, like,
what about the marketing?
The marketing that he brings in is
right.
Huge, for sure. But no, but Leroy,
he's getting a $600 or $700 million contract.
Leroy, he's not getting $600 million if he can't pitch. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
If he has Tommy John surgery at the end of the year and becomes a free agent, he'll still get $600 million.
We'll see.
At least.
We'll see.
Dude, listen, you can talk about a whole bunch of players, but there is only one of one.
I understand, but if he's one of one and can't pitch anymore, or he's not going to be the same kind of pitcher, your second Tommy John surgery? It's not nothing. It's not nothing.
No, I agree. It's not nothing. But have you seen
I agree.
People get these big contracts?
I agree he'll likely get the biggest contract ever because he's still the best player in baseball. But to make you a unicorn and one of his hooves is cracked again, got to be wary.
Hey, there's always that stud fee.
Some headlines brought to you by the Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. I can't believe that we've just had 2 conversations where you've called one guy a bum and the new guy is doing the same thing. He just does it better. And you want to get all the free agents, which is exactly what Tannenbaum wanted to do.
Why are you acting? But
then
it's like you're ignoring Chris Greer has not spent tons of money on Teron Armstead, Tyreek Hill, and Anthony Chubb.
What I started the conversation off by saying, Chris Greer has basically done the same thing Mike Tannenbaum has done, except he's doing it better.
Yeah. So don't call me Tannenbaum, call me Greer. Because I do it better.
No.
Tannenbaum, he's up there. He's a dum-dum.
Tannenbaum.
Hey, no.
What?
You just want the pretty lights and I can't believe you, of all people, you're hesitant in signing Shohei Ohtani. This will be a first in show history that the big name.
Honestly, it's a surprise. It's more to be honest with you, you have the more shocking take because you're usually penny pincher. I don't like
I'm not.
I'm Leroy Horde. I tiptoe through the puddles. I don't want to make a splash. That's you, dude. You're rain boots. You never like making a splash.
What are you talking about? No,
you don't like
what I am is
you hate
instead
more
of
than
just
a
going
splash.
into something willy-nilly, I keep it real and I keep it reasonable, right? And I'm telling you, Shohei Ohtani gonna make $600+ million.
Leroy Horde earlier in the year. Ooh, don't trade Yuri and Jazz for Shohei Ohtani. You want to trade everyone. You love Ohtani. There's never been a player I think you love more than Shohei Ohtani.
Yes, because we've never seen it in our lifetime.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Guess what he is with no pitching on.
You know who else I love? Tiger, LeBron, Jordan. Yes.
Front runner.
Great. Great.
You sure know how to pick them. The best of the best.
Right.
On a limb.
So why wouldn't I pay the best of the best? He making $600+.
Schmieden says, Tobin, you're wrong. Leroy loves Kirk Cousins more than Ohtani. I wouldn't say he loves Kirk Cousins. He just thinks that Kirk Cousins is slighted.
He really? You don't think Kirk Cousins sliding? Go look at the numbers.
Okay, but like nobody likes Kirk Cousins.
Nobody likes Kirk Cousins. You know why?
I do
You know
now.
whose fault it is? The Commanders, because they put that stigma on him early on in his career, and now everybody treats him as that.
Hey, by the way, how about the 49ers just like Trey Lance, huh? Just
We're out.
out. Just out.
You know what? Here's what you want me to tell you what probably happened?
Sure.
Behind closed doors, they had a conversation with him. He got all up in his feelings, probably got, a little, sketchy with his attitude. And then they say, we're done. That happens a lot behind closed doors. You just don't realize it. And then they come up and say, we're done with him. We're looking to move him. You're third string.
Was he the draft with Zach Wilson? Was that his draft? Was he the Zach Wilson draft?
Yeah. That was, remember, they moved up to get him third.
So 2 and 3 in that out of a job.
Yikes.
Before they're even on their fourth year.
I give Zach Wilson credit, though. He lost it to Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, they swear Zach Wilson's going to be good now. They're like, oh, he's getting mentored by Aaron.
Tutelage.
Not
to quote Tyreek Hill.
I just pictured him sitting under a tree like Cheech and Chong, smoking ayahuasca or whatever.
Schmiethen's right, though. Chris Greer fleeced the 49ers.
Ooh.
Fleeced them. Fleeced them, dude.
So anyway, it's like, dude, 1 of 1 gets paid 1 of 1.
Right, but like one of his talents is going to be significantly compromised, maybe.
But listen, here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. It's the same reason why who's the running back. Wait, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Why did Dolphins draft Tua?
Why did they draft Tua? Because
injury prone. He came in with a busted up hip, ankle, wrist.
Would they have paid Tua $700 million out of Alabama? No, boxed in.
But a top 5 pick, dude. A top 5 pick.
Grow up, dude. Grow up with your arguments.
No, I haven't. Stop. You know what? I want JFig with a button. Because you are,
I get it. You love Ohtani. I love him too.
No, like it's not even a matter of love. It's just that if you've been around sports enough, you appreciate what this guy is, and he will be compensated accordingly. So think of what Aaron Judge made.
If his arm works,
think of what Tatis got. Think of who else the Padres paid everybody. They got like $1 billion outfield.
Otto.
Right.
And
think about that. And Shohei Ohtani is above all of them. In fact, he's above all of them just with hitting. So you telling me that those guys that got those 300, 400 million, that he ain't gonna get at worst, I'll lower it a little bit to 500.
Mm-hmm.
He signed it. The cheapest contract he should sign is $500 million.
And I think he will. But I think Tobin's right. It would have been 600 had he had that.
No. I said he's going to sign for at least 600. I believe that. But I'm just trying to play.
I don't think I disagree with you on the 500, because even just the fact that, let's say people are scared, what if there's the maybe he comes back?
How about this though?
But how does it not?
He has an agent too, so that agent ain't gonna be selling maybe. Here's the other thing: you sign Shohei Ohtani. What does that do for your revenue?
That's a fair point.
The Asian market.
Oh, that's huge.
Television,
dude. Seeing people come here for Ichiro when the Marlins were terrible, I'd be like,
right. Think about this. Apple paying for Messi to play MLS. They don't even have a damn team.
No, they have the league though. Like they have a huge vested interest. Like they have the TV rights.
So why wouldn't whoever signed Shohei Ohtani get those same benefits of having that guy on their team with the merchandising, the television in China? Why not? Why wouldn't they? Japan, sorry.
Hey, a quick break. Back after this.
Dolphins. time for South Florida Lexus dealers' 15 minutes of game day uncensored.
Let's go! Sponsored by South Florida Lexus dealers. Experienced amazing.
All right, welcome back, everybody. 15 minutes of game day uncensored here with you on 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 o'clock. Margos, I've just put in there Mike McDaniel's reaction to the Jonathan Taylor rumors. If you don't mind putting that in the system.
Absolutely.
Hear a little bit of what he has to say. Seems to be annoyed with Twitter rumors.
Whoa.
Mike McDaniel. Huh. To which I would say to Coach, tough nuggets, boss.
Okay.
Jeez.
Oh, poor you. Oh, my team is linked to everybody.
No.
Wah. I don't want to hear it.
Can I ask you guys a question real quick?
All right.
You guys know what your blood type is?
A positive.
It's B something.
I know that it's A positive because I remember thinking, did better on my blood test than my actual test.
-1.
Well, you made Leroy happy. I guess give yourself a point.
I just think it was so stupid. It was hilarious. No, I don't know what my blood type is. And so Big Spoon is telling me all them surgeries, they didn't check your blood type. I'm like, I'm looking on all the information.
Right.
No,
no, I know it's a B, but I forget what my wife knows. But my wife, again, same thing. My wife knows what it is, and I know it's a B something. I'm pretty sure it's a B something. Anyway, Dolphins are back on the practice field today. They got the Jaguars coming up this week. Apparently, the Jaguars are going to play their starters. So, and I saw. I think the Dolphins will. Tua is saying they're treating this like a game week.
So yeah, so this is the dress rehearsal. They'll go in at half, come out, make some adjustments, play the second half.
So that'll be fun. It'll be
part of the second, like the first drive.
Yeah, game day uncensored, by the way, gets going at 3 o'clock. Myself, Omar Kelly, and Solana will get
tomorrow or
Saturday.
Is everybody play on the same day? Because remember they did that before.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Remember, it's like the last game of the season. Everybody plays at the same time.
Good question. I'm not quite sure.
And then they take a week off, right?
2 weeks before their first game.
Yeah, too much.
What are we gonna do?
At least I got the Eagles next week.
That's worse than the week off. That's worse than the week off in between the championship and the Super Bowl.
To answer your question, Leroy, no, there's a lot of games. Actually, there's 2 games tonight.
Oh,
you got Falcons hosting the Steelers and Eagles hosting the Colts. That's on Prime tonight.
I'll watch a little Richardson.
And then Friday, you got Lions at Panthers, Pats at Titans, and Chargers at
Did
9.
you guys hear the good news?
What good news?
If NFL Network is back on AT&T.
FNL, huh?
Yeah, NFL.
Heard.
Stunt Steve says that Tobin's blood type is BBQ.
My friends are in on it.
It's an anonymous parody Twitter account. Now it's real people. Jesus. All right, I'll do some crunches for God's sakes. And then Saturday, everybody else plays. So that's what's coming up. So most people, and then there is actually a Sunday game as well. There's Houston at New Orleans. So all over the weekend, Leroy, all over the weekend. And then next week we get ready for a Cane season starting up.
Friday.
Fridays. And then that'll warm us up for Dolphins and Chargers. But Mike McDaniel, speaking to the media today, was asked about the Jonathan Taylor rumors circulating. And again, seems a little annoyed with all the rumors out there.
There have been multiple reports that the Dolphins have made a trade offer to the Colts for Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, really?
Are those reports accurate?
I mean, okay, so I feel like we're here's the thing with with reports. First of all, I think my 2.5-year-old daughter just tweeted a report. credence to that. I think as far as that goes, it seems like that every player in the National Football League is coming to the Dolphins, because I feel like that's kind of on trend.
Wow.
We're lashing out.
He's lashing out,
Wow,
dude.
dude.
Wow. Although I will say, I like the way little McDaniel thinks. I like the way she thinks.
Credit to little McDaniel.
I like it. That's the way I think too, little McDaniel.
I didn't realize he had such a young child.
Oh,
Maybe that's why him and Tua bond so well.
He is. You think just they're going to daddy camp together? Daddy loves you guys. I like that though.
Daddy loves you
Wouldn't
guys.
it be great if we did have a 2-year-old who just tweeted NFL rumors? Be like, Jonathan Taylor coming to the Dolphins. Sources say my toys.
You would start that.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not my fault. Hey, he should be flattered that everybody's tied to the Dolphins. I don't understand why that's a thing that he's got to get annoyed with.
It's like a
Because he don't want to answer questions about every damn player in the NFL.
Thanks, dude. Sorry. Oh, poor McDaniel. And I love the guy, but like, oh, poor me. All these star players are tied to my team. Boo-hoo.
You know who never has to answer questions?
Who?
The Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Because nobody knows
Everyone's like,
who even coaches the Carolina Panthers right now?
I don't even know.
Do you know? I don't even know. Who is the Panthers head coach? Do you know the Carolina Panthers head coach?
Didn't no, it was Arizona.
No idea. I really don't.
Frank Reich.
That's right.
I had no idea Frank Reich. Frank Reich gets asked no questions. No questions at all. Oh, my 2-year. You're lashing out, dude.
Yeah.
By the way, I do want everybody's coming to the Miami Dolphins. I love that.
That's pretty good.
I do. Hey, Daddy,
You do it you do it with every sport. So
I like
it's not just exclusive to the Dolphins.
I like the fact that she's like Baby Schefter in her high chair. Well, you see this, Daddy? Making a stink.
He's like, which one? Really? I'm not sure. Do you need a diaper change? Or...
Nope. Talking about Jonathan Taylor. Go get JT. 2 second-round picks. Get Greer on it.
Getting Greer on it. Now she's making demands. I like it.
She's feisty.
Oh, man. Here's a little bit more on him. And this is him rambling to get out of the Jonathan Taylor question.
Okay.
Whatever that is, me, I've said this before. I'm not going to speak about other players. And then, how many times do I have to explain, like, Chris Greer's job is to work. He works at it a lot and keeps me abreast when they're real. Generally, when things are real, I don't have questions about them. There's been a kind of a consistent pattern where we've talked about all sorts of players. So reports, whatever, that's kind of the it seems like the noise that is around the business. However, let's just say I would be doing a terrible job as a head coach. I got 90 players that collection of players, this will be the last practice that they have together in its entirety. That's a journey that starts.
Can you pause it for a second? -1 to Mike McDaniel. All right,
-1
for deception. Like, I'm so sick of the head coach. And again, I love this guy. Okay, I really do. But I'm so sick of the head coach.
Buckle up, Mike.
But like, here's the thing, dude. You're not losing anything. Trust me when I tell you, Chris Brooks isn't losing any head coaching. Savon Ahmed isn't losing any head coaching by you hearing from Chris Greer or you guys discussing for the 15 minutes while they're stretching. Where are the talks with Jonathan Taylor? And is that going anywhere? Hey, get out of here. I would be doing a terrible disservice as a head coach. No, you wouldn't. In fact, I think you'd be doing a terrible job if you didn't talk about it. I don't even know if you want him. Wow. But don't tell me that you're sitting out here. Oh, I would be doing such a bad job. James Blackman isn't getting my best today because I thought about Jonathan Taylor for 30 seconds. It's just not genuine.
For deception.
Go on, Mike McDaniel. Continue your rambling.
For players, being in shape and whatever, but as a team, April 17th, this is the 45th time that we've had something, on the field together, and this is the last one, and I'm very much just concerned about all those guys, and anything less if I'm worried about whatever hasn't come to my desk yet. I think that's an opportunity cost that I'm not willing to pay for all those players that I'm excited to go coach today. It's a big practice for a lot of guys, and something that we see is an opportunity to get better, not worse. And there's only one direction. It's either A or B, better or worse. So, hopefully my daughter stops tweeting.
I hope she does.
So, question. The most annoying thing about that is you can ask any question if you say sources, right? Because then you hide behind this legitimate question because sources. Mm-hmm. But the other thing is that why, like, to say we've had 45 practices, listen, you had 2 running backs who didn't touch the ball at all in a preseason game. So you can't really say that you ain't giving everybody your undivided attention.
Dan South says that he just said task at hand. Yeah, I mean, that would have been more efficient if he did say task at hand, but he didn't. He lied and said, if Liam Eichenberg isn't getting my best today, because I'm thinking of Jonathan
You know
Taylor.
what? I would like, we should make tapes of this. Mike McDaniel doing other stuff. So Mike McDaniel breaking up with his high school girlfriend, right? Mike McDaniel ordering a pub sub.
Oh,
watch.
I couldn't imagine Mike McDaniel just showing up to a drive-through window. Like he's just, what do you order me?
He say, yeah, Burger King, I would like a Whopper.
Someone holding up the line.
With cheese. He said, with cheese, I want it medium well, with bacon. What's that thing you have? I know McDonald's has it. What do you call it?
McFlurry
fries. And do you have a shake, or is your shake machine broke too? Okay. Yes. Now, normally in this situation, I would order some chicken fries, but since I'm sensing that chickens aren't in the shape of fries, I think I'm gonna just go ahead on and get the regular fries. But what do you think? You think you have like a cookie or something like that? Because I'm a big snacks guy. You know, how about I get a cookie or something like that, and they go, it's free, sir, drive through.
Please move up, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We'll take a quick break. A little Goosies. No Goosies is next.
Goosey.
Workshopping a bit with Marcos of Mike McDaniel baby. Just breaking NFL news. I think we got something there, Marcos.
I think there's something there. And it's not the first time we've mentioned something about baby McCoachin, I think.
Yeah.
Where? Okay.
Sources. Nick Bosa, disgruntled, wants to come to the Dolphins. Oh, it's time for our favorite Thursday. I swear we will get to the Damian Lillard, man. It's been a busy show.
You've been stretching it out for a very long
Busy
time.
shows are busy shows, JFig. We got into a heated Ohtani debate. Then we got to do 50 minutes of Game Day Uncensored. That's from the bosses. I got to do it. What do you want? And then we got Goosies, no Goosies. I swear we'll get to the Damian Lillard. That'll be how we kick off the final hour of the show today.
You're holding out, dude.
You're keeping the people
I
waiting.
want to get to Damian Lillard. It's the number one thing I wanted to get to today, but a lot of stuff has happened. We had Ryan Clark apologize. Messi was amazing yesterday. And we don't move Goosies, no Goosies for anybody except when we forget to do it. So, Marcos, what do we got today for Goosies, no Goosies?
With all of the action going on, we forget that there is some Olympic basketball going on as well.
Oh, man. It's not Olympics, it's World Cup. But
That
yeah,
was a test.
I was confused.
Testing. I was attesting. Spo recently had some glowing words for the Minnesota Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards. This is the comparison that brought Goosies. Hey, what are you doing over there, buddy?
Nothing.
More breaking news. This is what Spo had to say.
Is there a particular player on this Team USA team that reminds you of D-Wade?
Yeah. We know who that is. It's hard not to look at Anthony Edwards and not see Dwayne Wade in him. And I'm not a guy for comparisons. I'm not. But the way he moves, the way he competes, the way he electrifies a crowd, yes, that reminds me of number 3. And I have told Anthony that. And I feel like I'm going back in time, and it's making me younger again. I'm really enjoying it.
What a rascal. That's Goosies, dude, right there.
Goosies.
Come on. He knows what. Hey, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing, Spo.
Yeah.
Come on.
Little Crootin.
Leroy?
Of course it does. Anybody who reminds you of a Hall of Famer and your franchise player, right, brings back the feel goods. It makes you feel good about witnessing that player play.
I like how the coach is. I can't talk about Damian Lillard. I can't. But I'll flirt the hell out of Anthony Edwards. You know that. JFig, what about you? What about that Spo clip there?
Definite Goosies. You can tell he was smiling while he was speaking.
Yeah.
Goosies. Yeah. CNN. He's like, nobody will see this. It's on CNN Philippines. You see everything, Spo. Marcos?
Yes, I do have Goosies. I also want to know, did you see his quote by any chance that he had to Steve Kerr?
Goosies. No, what did he say?
I believe Steve Kerr was trying to explain to him why he should be okay with coming off the bench. And he used the analogy that, hey, we had Dwayne Wade come off the bench when Kobe was on the USA team. And Anthony Edwards' response is, we ain't got no Kobe on this team right now, dude.
Boxed in.
So yeah, man, definitely gives me Goosies.
Goosies. Is that simply because why? Because they got to start Jalen Brunson?
I guess
so.
I don't know who you'd start over Ant.
I don't know.
I really
that
don't
kid's
know.
good. He's really good. I can't wait till he leaves Minnesota.
He can't wait till he leaves Minnesota.
What's number 2 on Goosies? No Goosies, Marcos.
Number 2, our boy Tua.
No.
Yeah, he recently had something to say in regards to Ryan Clark and other media members who may be attempting to use his name to clout chase. He's not a fan of it. He instead has a suggestion on where you can take all of that mess.
I don't look at myself as someone who chases clout. I stay out of the media as much as I can. I try to live my life as private as I can. So, if they think it's chasing clout, buddy, I'm the wrong person. Like, there's nothing about me that tells you that I'm chasing clout. So go find Jake Paul or go find Logan. Go find those guys. Like, if you want to chase clout, like those are the guys you want to chase.
Wow.
He's so sassy these days.
I do. That's really what gives me the Goosies more than anything. Is I love Tua just having Goosies spice to him. You know. Yeah, that's what gives me the Goosies. Leroy, what about you?
It does give me the Goosies because I'm glad that he's in a place where he can speak his mind.
Yep.
Because he's always going to be respectful. And I appreciate that. But he's also not down for this foolishness anymore.
Yep, for sure. JFig, what about you?
You know, this gives me Goosies. He's finally standing his ground. This is like a new era of Tua, and I like it.
I like it too. Goosies. I like it too. Marcos?
Definitely clean sweep of Goosies. I got a question though. Has anyone ever used buddy and made you feel like less of a buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Little easy on that, buddy.
Well, scared.
I like the fact that too is I can get scrappy. Yeah. Dude's going home. He's watching David Tua highlights.
Oh, yeah, he is.
You know?
Or maybe scrappy for him is a little different. He's like, I jaywalked today. Getting crazy.
Tua's like, I had 11 items in the express lane at Publix.
I did that the other day.
Living on the edge. You didn't see it.
Wait, you think Tua's doing his shopping?
He's humble.
Messi does.
I think he does. He's been spotted. He's because you know why? He throws on the hoodie. A lot of people can't tell that it's him.
On the golf course, it's hard to tell because he's really not that tall.
Right. No, that's why I think if he could go out in public, I feel like and be
and he golfs right-handed.
Dade South says the Goosey has been devalued. What are you, Goosey economist, Dade South?
Wow.
Jesus. You heard me? And he golfs right-handed. So
I knew that. You've told me that. Yeah.
That's the other thing that would throw you off if you didn't understand golf.
What's number 3, Marcos?
Number 3 is
Tobin does, buddy. Nutty buddy. Keep him coming. This nigga. Oh man, I love this.
I like a joke as much as the next guy, but I can get scrappy.
Okay.
Little easy on that, buddy.
Jimmy Butler. You heard of him?
Love
Yep.
him.
He's been.
Is he with Shakira somewhere?
Oh no, she's with Drake now. Hmm.
I'm not contributing this.
Beautiful.
Your hips lie, JFig? Her hips don't.
I'm not a liar. No.
All right.
Reminds me of all honest Tobes.
Yep, exactly. Dude.
Another guy that doesn't lie, Jimmy Butler. He was at the U.S. Open recently.
Did you see what he was doing yesterday?
I did not.
He was a ball boy.
What?
He was a ball boy at the. Nobody is enjoying life more than Jimmy Butler. He just decided to be an official ball boy at the U.S. Open, but he was mic'd up, and so they put him out there with Carlos Alcaraz, who's one of the
number one in the world,
hot sensation, and friends with Jimmy Butler, and so they put him out
How
there.
is he friends with everybody?
It's just Jimmy, dude. He's
Jimmy.
what he does.
It's the
So here,
charisma.
so he goes out there
It's
for.
amazing that I just asked that question, right?
Yeah, he is. He goes. I know, really. I know, Mister. I know everybody. But he goes out there and he gets a point on him.
Again? I think I can get him. Tell me what to do. Drop shot. Got it. Yes.
Oh, Jimmy's back in.
Jimmy, you serve.
Subbing in the Butler.
You serve. I don't serve. You serve. No, you serve. I don't want to serve. Hey, you serve. You serve too. No, serve it. Do a fast one so I can show you I can hit it back.
Okay. I'll do a fast one.
Go big. Oh, whoa. Hold on. Hush. Nuh-uh, that ain't gonna cut it. Okay, get up shot. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this shot.
Yeah, it doesn't translate already, but yeah, it gets a couple volleys and then sticks one where Carlos can't get it. Gets a point.
I appreciate the way he hit a fast one.
Wait. I appreciate the fact that this guy can go from Shakira to ball boy.
Yep.
And not miss a beat.
He is the most interesting man in basketball. It's really amazing. He is. It's really
until Dame gets here.
Oh. I am getting a little sick. I got to be honest with you. I have Dame on notifications. I'm a little sick of Don Dalla.
No, because here's the deal. It ain't like there's a whole nobody's saying anything.
It's just
It's
nothing
just
but
quiet.
it's nothing but Don Dalla compliments, and like the album's not that good.
Oh, now he's lashing out.
Wait.
Watch. If he would've done
First of all,
the
I know
best album I've ever
you
heard.
please tell people you haven't listened to one song on that album.
I've listened to multiple songs.
Mike Breen, like that song?
I listened to Mike Breen and I listened to Cabo because I was basically listening to him to see if there was any like heat nuggets in there.
Okay.
The other guy does sing about Miami. His feature, he sings about Miami, the city, in Mike Breen. And I was like, man, if only Dame sang that verse, or whatever. Anyway, I got the Goosies just because Jimmy's having fun.
Yeah,
Goosies. Leroy.
I appreciate a man who likes to live life outside of his profession. Football players, they want you to do football all the time. You can't have fun. If you get an off week, don't come to Miami. Don't do no fun. It's all football. So I appreciate a guy of his stature, a guy who you can depend on game day. When it ain't game day, taking his and enjoying himself. I appreciate it.
I feel like there's sarcasm in Dade South going rap aficionado Brendan Tobin. What's up with the boy?
Can I just say something? Okay. Every time he says that, Marcos, you hit the button as quickly as possible.
Please.
Please.
For what? Why do I get a minus one?
Because
what's up with your boy?
-1.
Let me ask you something. When you go to the boot, scoot, and boogie with your wife, do you say that?
Of course. What's up with your boy?
Really? How you say it in country?
Howdy, boy.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that made me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't think I like that either.
I don't like it.
But Mark,
Yeah, for sure.
say it one more time so we can get it clearer.
No Goosies, JFig.
Like he threw it out there and he was like, ooh, ooh.
I have the Goosies. Jimmy's having fun, and
Yes.
Akira. So
So, but the thing with Jimmy is, man, you see how much work he puts in during those playoffs last year, right? You had to know he was going to wind down during the offseason, right?
Lots of
He did it last year. And guess what? He's also have played the most basketball of most teams in the last 4 years.
Go have fun, dude. Live your life.
Yeah.
Marcos, Goosies, no Goosies.
No
HR's
Goosies.
on line
No
one.
Goosies.
No Goosies.
Hey, HR can't be on the phone because ain't nobody in the building.
True.
It's not wrong.
I say
it is
no
Thursday.
Goosies though.
Why
No
no
Goosies.
Should be working on the album, dude.
The country album?
That's
Yeah,
true.
He should be working on the album, man. Instead, I gotta
So
listen
he's
to.
in New York right now, right? The U.S. Open is in New York.
Yes.
What did Inter Miami just participate in?
The U.S. Open Cup,
Okay.
which has been around since 1914,
Duh.
which is amazing because I didn't know we played soccer like that here.
Of course. Of course. All right. That is Goosies, no Goosies. Damian Lillard. He has commented. He has sat down on his trade request to the Miami Heat. We will hear from Dame Dalla next.
WQ
Don't wanna
Cheers.
be a player. I don't wanna be playing no part.
I'm not a player.
Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM.
Big Pun not with us anymore, right? Right.
Not at all. For like 20 years. Long.
No, it hasn't been 20 years.
Big Pun? Oh, yeah.
Really? He was late 90s?
I think so.
No.
Maybe 2001.
Big Pun died in 2000.
Boom. 23
Wow.
years.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Let's get some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. We pull it right at you. Otherwise, the jackasses in the parking lot back that ass up.
You are a
Hate
hater.
I hate it. Well, because they're professional drivers, dude.
You would not want to be in a car with me then. I like
You back in?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? It'd be nice to see you back in on time.
You know what? -1 for lashing out. -1 for leading the entire show.
For leaning out of the
Boy.
camera. For lashing out.
You had to know it was coming. You can't back in our parking lot.
Maybe,
No, not this
No,
one.
you can't do it here now.
maybe she gets here on time. She just spends time backing up.
Yeah.
It would
Why
be
don't
a
you put those chopsticks down for
It's
our
the
boy?
best way to eat fruit snacks.
you guys
That
are-
aren't actually fruit.
I just think you've done a lovely job.
Can I
JFig.
just say something?
Oh, okay.
I appreciate
You've done a
that.
lovely job today. Get
Hey.
here whenever you want.
Marcos.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate the efforts that you're putting into, you know, your new lifestyle or whatever.
Look, made with real fruit.
That's
Mhm.
not helping,
Check
dude.
the ingredients.
Such a baby.
That stuff doesn't your body doesn't digest that stuff.
Also, look at your body compared to those gummies.
37 grams of sugar.
Samesies.
Hey.
I didn't mean it in a bad way. I just meant you're a grown ass man.
You said no. You kind of said samesies.
Listen, we have a fat shaming support group after the show today.
Hey,
Marcos,
I
if you'd like
appreciate
to
that.
join.
Thank you. Me,
Don't
you,
worry.
me.
I take it out on you guys because
It's me. It's
Big-
Tua.
Big Spoon
Little
will walk
easy on
by.
that.
Big Spoon will not hesitate to walk by and go, having another cookie, huh?
I get that all the time.
All right. Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard has sat down with Mark.
We waited
Steele.
3 hours for this. It better be good.
Seriously.
He was asked about the trade request, and this was the start of it. Damian Lillard on if he requested a trade.
Draw that brought you uncertainty about the future of the Blazers franchise.
I'm not going to speak on the Blazers. It's a lot of love and respect, but I won't speak on the Blazers.
It's well documented that there have been a trade request. Is to the Miami Heat. Is there anything that you could say about the trade request?
I can say that there was, and I would just prefer not to speak on the Trailblazers.
You know why? Because it's going to cost me money.
Yeah,
you know what?
Yeah.
Whether you like what Dame is doing or not, that dude has done everything with class.
It's a victory,
right?
lap?
What are you doing?
He got stuck at one point.
Wow.
Go to hell, Cronin.
Hey, by the way,
What?
that's a nice Dolphin shirt you got there.
Thanks, man.
It's really nice, and I like how the Nike.
Yeah, I like
I got it at Dick's Sporting Goods the other day.
Oh yeah, they got
I
good
was
stuff.
getting- I was getting fleeced for a Stanley water cup. Yes.
For what?
I got my wife a Stanley water cup, and
A Stanley water cup.
it's
Yeah.
the thing now. The TikTok kids.
It's the new
you know.
Yeti. It's a Yeti with a handle.
She's trying to impress the young teachers at her.
Hey, you gotta go. Don't get it, dude. Go to Amazon.
No,
Dude,
she knows.
I'll tell you this. Amazon, they're price gouging higher at Amazon.
Wow.
Really?
Wait,
You got
so
a
how
search
much-
though. What's the name of it?
Huh?
What is it called?
Stanley water cup. I just said what it was.
Stanley water cup with handle.
Yeah.
So how much did you pay at Dick's?
I don't even want to say. I'm embarrassed.
Don't
You guys can
know.
go look it up.
For
I'm
two
not-
bottles, $90.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Stanley Stanley 30-ounce tumbler.
I don't know how many ounces it was.
Oh,
I think
40-ounce tumbler with handle.
Oh, that's the
30-ounce tumbler with handle. Let's see.
I think it's more than 30 ounces. It looks like you could survive in the desert with it.
Oh, nice.
Hold on.
I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm not getting diverted again.
How much is it at Target?
We're not talking about Stanley Water Cups right now. We're talking about Damian Lillard. I swear to God,
You didn't say nothing.
Oh no.
We're gonna get to more. Okay, calm down.
Hey,
what?
how much did you pay?
I'm not talking about how much I paid. But listen, you can't give me anything that's not a Prime logo, because if you give me something that says $12
Wait, so that was-
and there's
what's
not a
this
Prime
logo?
logo,
Listen, I got it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley Quencher H2O Flow State stainless steel vacuum insulated tumbler with lid and straw.
Mm-hmm. How much?
$45.
Yeah. Okay, so there was no difference.
Huh?
No difference. That's how much it costs.
Hmm.
Still ridiculous though.
I mean, dude,
can she carry that?
Dude, apparently, like, she's the most hydrated she's ever been.
Okay.
Anyway,
oh,
Damian.
they ain't cheap, dude.
No, they're not cheap. I know. I
Because
know.
You can get the knockoff, simple modern 40-ounce tumbler with handle and straw.
She had the knockoff, which I thought was working great. She apparently is like, no.
I got. You remember me and Robbie had the challenge. Still got mine.
Listen, mine works fine. Ice is still there, dude. I don't know.
I don't like.
That works really well.
I don't like the thing with the top. I like the screw up cover up top, because on the golf course it may fall out of the cart.
But anyway, Damian Lillard is not it sucks though that he can't talk about the Blazers simply because he's handcuffed with the fine, right? Like that's the thing that's garbage about it. Like they he did request the trade, he confirms that, but he can't
Can I
talk
ask
about
you a question though?
And that's but here's the thing that annoys me about it. That's exactly what Cronin wanted. That
Right.
he can't say anything. That's
But
why
here's
he
the
wanted
deal.
wine about it.
Here's the deal. Why do the interview?
I think he does the interview because it's a guy that he likes in Mark Spears. They're both from the same they're both from the Oakland area. I think he has respect for Mark Spears. Mark Spears does a good job. So like he's gonna do it, but
Doing
like
him a solid.
yeah, he's doing him a solid. This was a little bit more on Damian Lillard on wanting to win a championship.
What are your championship dreams and aspirations now as a 33-year-old?
That's literally the thing at the top of my list. You know, when I wake up and I got to get up and go do what I got to do. I got to make time for my kids, and I still got to lift, and I got to do all these things, and I got to make sure that that training and the preparation is still my priority. You need something that you feel pretty strong about to stay committed to.
Wow, I like that. Was that him punching in the background?
Oh, I thought that was Leroy saying, "Stop, stop,
Oh.
stop."
I was.
You did?
What? Wait a minute.
Are you just
Wait a
coming?
minute.
That was you?
Hey,
Oh, yeah,
jackass! Did you look up and see my lips wasn't moving?
No, I'm trying to buy a Stanley.
Keep going. What did he finish it off with?
Sorry, you're gonna get a little bit more again.
I got to get up and go do what I got to do. I got to make time for my kids, and I still got to lift, and I got to do all these things, and I got to make sure that that training and the preparation is still my priority. You need something that you feel pretty strong about to stay committed the way I've been committed, and it's as high as it's gonna get. Like that's ultimately what I want to experience, and that's what I want to get done.
Yeah, you do.
It sucks. You know what sucks about this? Is that if he were to play in Portland and never get a championship, we would hold that against him.
Of course.
We wouldn't credit him with his loyalty and his dedication to a franchise. You see what I'm saying? So
the thing that pisses me off more than anything though is like he still doesn't want to leave. Like he just asked, "Could you guys get me some people that are my age that I can win with?" Nah, we're gonna take a teenager. Sorry, Dame. So they weren't loyal to him.
right.
You know, like if he had his way, like if Damian Lillard had his way, he'd be like, "Oh, would you trade not this way, but like would you trade Scoot Henderson for Bam?" Nah, sorry. We'll take Scoot.
Here's the funny thing about all of this is that why is this solely falling on Dame's door? You see what I'm saying? Why is all this smoke and heat? Look, they had conversations. The Portland and Dame before the draft had conversations. And Dame said, "Hey man,
Well, it's like what you said. They reported that they said that the reason Dame's trade request became public is because Cronin was a liar.
Right.
Cronin said after the meeting that everything was fine, and in that trade meeting, he goes, "Stop saying that." Like he was told, Cronin was reportedly told, "Stop saying everything is fine and stop saying you're going to build around me." And he wouldn't, and so ergo, he decided
Right.
to take his trade
But
request.
again, why? And my question is we understand this, we know this. Why is all this heat going on Dame?
Crazy. Why
Right. That's the crazy part. This, you know what? A guy like Dame, the way he's handled himself as a man and as a basketball player, this has to be eating him up. That he's done nothing wrong. He was very clear, and this guy has been out there putting stuff out there that made him and forced him have to respond. Otherwise, he was going to look like the fool.
Right. Here is one more from Dame on his sense of loyalty.
Oftentimes with you, the word loyalty comes up. How do you balance loyalty with getting the best for you?
I've always said that I'm loyal to who I am, and I'm going to do what I feel like is the right thing to do. This is the vision I have for myself. This is what I see being fit for me at this moment. I'm gonna ride that until the wheels fall off. But you know, anything that I'm a part of, it all has to be connected. That's what I'm loyal to.
Hey, Dame, if you golf, the Heat golf tournament, that might be a little uncomfortable. He can't come as a guest.
Oh, sure he can. Why not?
Yeah.
I don't know if he golfs.
Oh, let me tell you something. Twitter would be scorched earth if Dame Dollar played in the Miami Heat golf tournament.
God, that'd be amazing. Is Tyler Hero
With me,
playing
of
golf
course.
tournament?
With me and Kyle Lowry. Well, not Kyle Lowry because he might not be here. But yeah.
Whoa. Is what about Hero?
Tyler don't golf. His arm's too short.
Wow.
Hey man.
Do you need long arms for golf?
No, it a lot of guys do have long arms though.
Wow.
It helps with the
follow through.
No, just if you think about golf like a fulcrum, like you have how you like it's hard to explain because I'm an idiot, but I know what I want to say. I don't know how to say it without sounding like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So I'm gonna just let it go. But having long arms does help golf. Doesn't mean you're gonna be a terrible golfer if you have short arms. But
Hey, quick break. Back with more for this. This is for co-owner of the Pinks, Posh Spice.
Yes, that's exactly why I was doing it, because I'm a good producer, and not because I wanted to hear this.
What about? We were still waiting for the Scottish call.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't find it, dude. I couldn't find it.
Working on
I couldn't find. I tried
Fix
getting
it.
Okay,
fix it, dude. They don't put it up. They cut my guy off. Whatever his name is.
Oh, he's not your guy, then.
He sounds like the Love Island narrator.
Okay.
Man, that's good.
But anyway, yeah. Apparently, when didn't they say on one of the broadcasts? Posh Spice very into Messi. You know, she's been going to more practices because Messi's there. She's got the buzz.
How can you deny it?
How could you deny it?
We
dude?
finally, for our video audience, finally got a chance. This is the mansion, the Messi mansion we were talking about earlier.
Oh my
Mhm.
Look how amazing that looks.
Let me see this thing.
No way that's real.
There's no way.
It's a concept.
Way.
Well,
He looks like a
he has like
superhero.
2 helipads.
Doesn't it look like it could actually fly?
Are you sure you guys didn't get this from The Onion or like Ballsack
Oh.
Sports?
Damn.
I got it from Only in Data.
Oh, I know. If I know anything about that,
Well, I
I'm
mean,
not reliable.
That's journalism.
Oh.
It looks like Messi's out here not only to win soccer matches but to save the world.
or plot against it. This does like an evil layer also.
Oh, he could bust out a little mini me.
It looks like he lives with the Thundercats.
How many parties is he throwing that he needs 4 pools?
Not none with all them kids.
Or 4 floors, really.
Next to an ocean.
With the what you guys don't know is there's actually it has its own Publix in there.
Oh wow, just to get the experience. Shopping really is a pleasure there.
Man. Let's get to some training camp talk here. Our training camp report brought to us by Miami-Dade County Public School Technical Colleges. Enroll today in one of their over 60 Miami-Dade Public Schools, Technical Colleges affordable training programs and get fast-tracked to a financially rewarding career in 1 to 2 years. Convenient day and evening classes give you the flexibility you need while you learn. Go to careerinAyear.com and get there.
Man, it's cloudy and up.
Oh, wow. Nervous?
No, I ain't got
He
nothing to
was
do.
about to say, "Oh no."
I'm just gonna.
Scared. I was
I'm
scared.
no. I'm just gonna plop in front of the TV because the tour championship started.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Rory's 3 shots out.
I appreciate you sticking with us this long.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
26
here
minutes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, just between us.
Yeah.
I got 2 choices in life right now.
Mm.
I can go be out there with Big Spoon, who's
Mm.
miserable, or I can come hang out with you.
Wow.
So, yeah.
She's
Big
gonna ask.
Spoon,
Is this one important?
This 3 weeks, dude. 3
Still
weeks.
going.
So is she
That was
still
a hell of
locked
a-
up?
Hell of a spider
Yeah.
bite.
No, they cut a hole like this in her leg.
Please stop
Crazy.
talking about this.
With the gauze.
Oh,
No, they have to come and restuff it every day.
restuff it,
Yeah, that's
dude.
what I had to go through with my dad when that happened to him.
Yeah.
Probably best, though. It is probably
Didn't
best.
like it.
Did you have to go or did the nurse come over?
I had to go.
Oh,
Right. No, the nurse comes over.
Nice.
Mm-mm.
That's that good insurance.
I don't know what it is, but if not, if Gaylord Fokker doesn't come over on time, then Rebecca does it. She likes that stuff.
Oh, nice.
That's what she wants to do, man.
Medical field.
Yeah.
I don't have the stomach for it.
I
Neither
mean,
do I.
listen, my body has been through a lot of stuff, and I have gone through stuff with my body that I didn't think, no big deal. But I can't see nobody else go through it. You know what I mean? Like, it's different when you go through it versus watch somebody else's finger, and my finger was over here, like over here in my hand, and it was like no big deal. I just got some tape in the huddle and pulled it back and taped it and finished. But if I saw somebody else do that, I might throw up in my mouth. It's a weird thing.
Mike McDaniel was asked.
No, we don't have enough show.
Trust me, dude. We got enough show. Mike McDaniel, he was asked about how much the Doug Peterson says he's playing his starters. Mike McDaniel, does this influence your decision?
No, it doesn't really. I think you have to. An important part of this job is to adjust to your particular team and do what your team needs. I would. I'm sure that Doug Peterson isn't that concerned with whether we are or aren't playing our starters. I think that's something that independently you just do what's right for each individual and unit, which is what we'll do.
Breaking news: Stephon Diggs tired of Josh Allen's ass. Wants to come to the Dolphins.
Hey, so you know what is hilarious? I love when we get the email that we would be closing early on a certain day.
When are we closing early?
Who's closing early? Nobody's there.
There's people here today.
Thursday, next
what I'm
Friday.
looking at
We talk
today.
about Friday.
Oh yeah, so nobody's here on Fridays. That's for
And
sure.
and if you have to do a show,
And
do we get to leave at 1?
no,
Yeah.
no,
But the
Oh,
office
you-
is closed.
Huh?
Office is closed.
it scans open. You know how to get in here, Frog Boy. Nice try. Here's a little bit more from Mike McDaniel. Was asked about going from a run game guy to having the 2 best wide receivers in the league. How did he adjust?
It's up to coaches to adapt to their players on that given team, and I think it's important to be versatile. And thankfully, I've had that rep across my career. Multiple, it's one of the positives about only lasting places for like 3 years and then get booted out is you get a lot of reps at different players, and your job is to put forth the best offense you can. So I think we'll always adapt to our personnel and really what defenses are doing. So I think that will forever change. I think it's hilarious when people talk about the Dolphins offense as one stagnant entity that will always be evolving depending on all the different variables. And, I think there's things that we did pretty well last year, and there's things that we didn't do as well as we'd like. So we've tried to focus on getting better at those things while maintaining, the things that we're good at. And then, you're just trying to attack defenses where they're vulnerable. They kind of have a hand in that by the hand they play. And so you have to be able to take advantage of their overplay to one particular phase or the other. So always be changing.
Are you bleeping kidding me?
I'll tell you tomorrow.
Y'all do this on purpose. Because, come on, dude.
What?
You know what? That first part, though, he need to pass that message on to Brian Flores.
Yeah, and Adam Gase back in the day.
Well, I'm not going to say it as much as Adam Gase. Adam
I
Gase
will.
I think Brian Flores is a good football coach, right?
Yeah, Adam Gase.
But the job of a football coach is to get the most out of the talent you have. And that is what I think sometimes Brian Flores struggled with.
The rest of it, though, you think you could throw
There's
out?
more?
No.
That's
it
it,
wasn't-
dude.
It was just too much, you're saying?
Come on. Really, dude? Come on.
Oh, man.
It was the difference between, well, and here's the problem with what he said, is that last year he admitted that there were times where he should have ran the ball more, and it kind of got away from him because he was getting so caught up on the weapons they have offensively. And I think that people don't understand this, but if you start with the run and you establish a good run game, the passing game is going to be that much better. And people tend to look away from it. Why aren't we passing? Why? It's coming. Don't worry about it. Tua's going to throw for more yards than he's ever thrown for. And you're going to run for maybe 500 or 600 more yards than you did last year. You can write this down. Write this down. Because I'm telling you what's going to happen. All right? And everybody's going to say, oh, look at this, look at this. You're going to have 2,000-yard receivers. You're going to have a tight end that everybody's going to say, oh,
I don't think so.
you don't think so? I'm telling
Nah,
you.
I think Smythe is just there to
I'm
maul.
telling you, dude, we did this with Gronk. We did this with Kittles.
What did we do with Gronk?
That Gronk came in as a big bruiser who's going to play on the end of the line of scrimmage, and then he start catching the ball.
Saying Durham Smythe is the next Gronk?
No, I'm not saying that.
I like what
I'm
you're saying, Leroy.
I'm saying,
5 years.
I like
Huh?
what you're saying.
They say he's been around forever, Durham Smythe.
yeah, but you had a wide receiver at tight end in the last 3 years.
I think Durham Smythe outsnapped him last year, though.
Last year, yeah.
So now you think that now that Gesicki's gone, he's going to get all the snaps?
I think that they will involve him more in the passing game.
Maybe. And then you got Jonathan Taylor too.
See, all I'm doing is I'm thinking from this perspective. What would make this offense better than last year? And if you say it, I'm getting up. Okay.
Jonathan Taylor, baby. Great see in the backfield. Woo!
labios, besándome otra vez, suavemente, bésame, que quiero sentir tus labios, besándome otra vez, suave, bésame, bésame.
Welcome back,
suave,
everybody.
bésame.
Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Hey, you want your hair cut by the Canes and Finn's Barber? We've got your chance to freshen up your look with Steven Rivera, the barber to the athletes. Go to WQM.com/contests. You can check that on out. And always here on 560 WQAM, our guests are joined on the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop hundreds of Toyotas indoors in one of America's largest showrooms at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. It's been a very busy show today. A lot of things going on, man. You had, first of all, we started off Ryan Clark, tail between his legs, apologized to Tua. Congratulations to Tua Non. They have they made him tap out in the span of a day.
Yeah.
In the span of it. You don't think Tua knows jiu-jitsu? Tua Non rear naked choke on Ryan Clark in less than 24 hours. Oh, I apologize to him. Boo. Hat in hand, dude. That's what he was doing. Hat in hand. It was, very unbecoming. Very unbecoming of sniveling almost. Would you call it sniveling, Marcos? What would you put that at? I thought it was bordering on sniveling.
Well, I've never even heard of that.
Sniveling, oh, I'm so sorry to him. Boo,
Yeah.
Wow. Wait a minute. Weren't we talking about how we appreciated the apology, and now
I've had time to marinate on it, and I thought you know what you did. You know what you did, fat shaming Tua, Ryan Clark.
He's a sniveler.
He sniveled. Oh. Sorry. Then you had Sandy. He's pissed at his teammates.
Oh, that's right.
You got Sandy just being like, hey, can I get some runs? This poor guy. He's been going out here for 2 years. Lucky if he gets one run out there. If not, they're screwed.
The team fighting for a playoff spot, how much does the frustration go into not being able to help get that win today as well to end the road trip like you started it with the win?
I'm always feel bad, always, because my mind every time you just go out there and give the opportunity to my team to win the game, but I mean, they don't score any run for me. So I think we just got to keep believing ourselves, and next time we got to score a lot of runs to win the game.
He's so done. He's like, enough of this already. Dude, would you rob a produce aisle? Now you got a whole thing of grapes. What are you, Caesar?
Need chopsticks for those grapes? That's the way to eat them.
Hey, I asked Big Spoon to get me some grapes.
Those cotton candies.
Her reply,
those are good.
Get him your damn self. What? Cotton candy?
Yeah, cotton. Yeah. I think that's the name of a kind of grape.
Mm-hmm.
Could be the green one too, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
hate the little bitty baby. I hate the little bitty baby grapes. Like when it's not grape season, and you get them little, because the little ones are sour.
Raisins, though.
Aren't the green ones in general sour?
No, these I have aren't sour. Very
Cotton
crunchy
candies.
though.
Well, that's good stuff.
Not as it's you got sweet like that, not salty like Ryan Clark's tears.
Dude,
I'm so sorry.
Do you realize that I can't go nowhere in public with you?
Why?
Because you've trashed everybody. You've trashed everybody.
What an act he put on there.
Oh, you really think he put an act on?
Whoa,
that guy.
Come on.
That guy. You think he put on an act?
Putting it on.
Maybe
dude.
Crowder got in his ear.
I just think he laid it on a little thick. That's all.
It was a bit much.
Bit much. Just a bit much.
I mean, don't you have to apologize like that?
I don't know.
JFig, if I say something mean to you and I go, oops, sorry, you're like, wow, that wasn't very sincere.
And no wonder his podcast is called The Pivot, because he's certainly about faced on his Tua jokes.
I'm surprised you're not on it.
What do you mean?
It would be called The Flip Flop.
That's not true, dude.
We got the pivot and the flip flop. You flip flop today. Dude, you flip flop today.
Oh,
you said it was a really good apology. Now
it was a good apology. It was a lot of words, but you really think about it. Like, why did he say those
Can
words?
we really say somebody else used a lot of words when we listen to Mike McDaniel every day?
He's been exhausting today.
Dude,
He's got the audacity to say he's tired of people saying, "Oh, everybody's coming to the Dolphins." Oh, what a burden!
I'm like, dude, he's one of those people. He's so smart. He tries to answer all the questions that you may ask with the one simple question that you ask. So you ever notice he beats all the reporters down? There's never a follow-up. I've never. Mike McDaniel might be the only coach, no follow-ups.
You guys have any follow-ups? No, God, dear God, no. No more words.
And then he fist pumps and leaves. Got him and leaves. Right?
Mike McDaniel, 35
listen,
35 minutes of answers every day, 3 questions.
I promise you, he's probably leaving that presser thinking, man, I only had to answer like 2 questions. Good job, Mike.
That was easy.
Meanwhile, all the reporters are sweating and their notepads are all wet.
Oh my goodness.
Trying to record everything that he said.
And then here's the worst part. Because when you hear him ask the question, they realize it's Mike McDaniel and they try to ask the question so that they get something along the lines of what they asked.
Yeah, no. It's like herding cats. Not going to happen.
You don't herd cats.
That's the point. What?
-1.
You've never heard the term, it's like herding cats?
No!
Oh, okay, dude. It's a saying. People say it. They all say it.
It's your saying. I've never heard it. JFig, have you heard that?
When something is difficult to organize, it's like herding cats.
No.
It's a thing. Look it up, JFig.
What?
I have unfortunately heard that before, but
no, you didn't. Stop lying.
I've used all my Tobin support
Herding
coins.
cats, herding dogs. Let's see. There's pictures.
I feel like herding dogs would be easy.
Oh, dogs are stupid. Yeah.
Oh, they are. They really are.
Wait.
Yeah.
So you think dogs are stupid?
Yeah.
For sure.
If you have to organize them in an area, like how easily could you get all of the dogs there together? One chew toy, all 3 are coming to you.
Oh, I could call them right now. They all come and sit down.
Make my point for me. Exactly.
You call a cat?
Herding dogs is not it would not be an appropriate saying.
How is that not smart?
You said dogs are idiots.
Falls into a trap.
It's stupid. Like you could do anything. Ooh, Rover, I have a steak. Oh, 3 of them all show up. Idiots.
No, that's what your wife does to you. That doesn't count.
Are you saying that the dog, like, why? Are you guys you think dogs aren't stupid?
No.
No, I don't think dogs are stupid.
Yeah. Dogs are easily fooled and manipulated. Cats?
So are people.
No, not always.
Yeah.
Not always.
Not always.
What?
Yeah, it depends.
I don't know. Leroy did watch a replay of a game one time.
Marcos!
Thank you, Marcos. You know what? Give yourself a point.
Yeah!
Wait.
Wants to give points. She was lashing out at both of you earlier.
I know. Wait, what?
I lash out at very appropriate times, okay?
Make one comment about dogs being stupid, and then all of a sudden she's against you.
Yeah, you got to
Wait, what do you got Sonny
I know
Bunny?
Scooby's not stupid. I mean, but you do dress him against his will.
It does look a little weird.
He does. What are you, Scooby? What is he?
You put him in a onesie and he's like
-1.
Not a baby.
Right. Like, and then you lie and say he likes it. He lied. She lies and say he likes it. And we're looking at poor Scooby. And Scooby's looking at us like, I do not like this.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
It's never been clear that dog doesn't like being dressed, and yet you continue to dress him like he's going.
And isn't Scooby a boy dog?
Yeah.
Because you be dressing him in the tutus and stuff.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't even dress myself in a tutu. Come on, Leroy.
Yeah, if anything, that dog's
grown
wearing.
ass woman. I would hope not.
Well, there's been a lot of quibbling this last segment.
You're lashing out on each other.
Yeah, like wow, she came at me. I wouldn't wear a tutu either. I'm like, what, nobody.
Everybody's hungry. It's time to get going. Time to go watch. Well,
Of course, you've eaten the whole show.
I feel well nourished.
That's why he likes it. That's like he likes the home shows. You could just keep going.
No. I actually eat more when I'm there. Because I order. I mean, JFig.
No, you eat more in one.
I ordered a box.
Yesterday, you guys had a whole feast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Except I don't know why the box came with edamame. Look at us. Did we look like we eat edamame?
They were
Those
still.
are good.
By the way, nobody else did either because this place. If you leave free food out, it's curtains.
Right.
Yep.
It was still here, full box when I got here today.
Oh gosh.
Really?
Yep. Well, that's our show for today, everybody. Dame, I'm sorry, Joe Cronin's a baby. See you soon, buddy.
I'd appreciate if you kept my name out your mouth.
What's up with your boy? Howdy, boy.
Little easy on that, buddy.
All I want to do is lose money. That's all I want to do.
Hope you mother have a good day.